That was great. Hi, everybody.
I love this.
We
so pretty.
Thank you. I really love this too.
This is very like She-Ra energy, and I love it.
I'm loving this.
What are we all
thank you
loving?
for
What's
resubscribing
happening?
Grimlost for 31
Holy shit,
months.
Grimlost.
Oh my gosh.
The overlay.
Oh, I can't see it yet.
Well,
Well,
that's
then you should
your
pull it up.
This channel
problem.
is for mature audiences. I can't watch it.
Maybe if this is a few years ago, maybe, but like at this point, like we've been playing for like 3 years. Like you're old
We've been
enough
playing
now.
since 2018.
God,
That's so long.
Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like June 28th, 2018. I don't know why I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
That was just crystal clear in your
It
mind
was just
palace.
crystal clear there.
Welcome to season 5 premiere of Plot Hunters. We have lots of fun things in store, possibly traumatic things. We'll see. I mean, you guys have already gone through enough trauma.
But wait, there's more.
I was made a promise
wait.
that I'm very excited to see.
You're what? Excited to see what?
I was made a promise that I'm very excited to see.
Oh, right. Well, now I'm like nervous because I'm just like, what if you don't think it's hot?
Solani, is it an elf?
I mean, yeah.
Great.
Is it a redhead? Because then that you really got her then.
No, technically.
Okay.
Sorry.
Here's the thing. All you need is elf.
That's
That's all.
true.
That's it.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's see. Last time on Plot Hunters, y'all fought a bunch of dragons, and you went to Thay. You got Elian's phylactery, smuggled that out, grew him, or in the process of growing him a new body.
I got some bro juice.
You got some
No.
bro juice.
No, don't say that.
No.
That's gross.
Wasn't it
Right now,
skinned?
I said it.
You got like a chunk of his arm or something.
I asked
As
him for a
siblings
pound
do.
of flesh, and he delivered. I was like, give me a pound of flesh. Don't worry about why. And he was like, fuck it, sure.
I mean, true
What else does he have
brotherly
to lose?
love. I don't fucking know.
Exactly. Like, what's it gonna do? Kill him?
You know, once he goes into his snow body, you're not going to be able to
Wait a
make that
minute.
joke anymore because he can't actually die.
When you kill a lich and like does his body just reform from like mist, like vampire stuff? Like
I
how does
imagine
the body-
so. I always imagine that it just kind of like it seeps out of the phylactery.
Okay, so
like
like
smoke.
is basically like a very small like alien factory. That's really cute. Okay.
That's another Zoom name. Oh, speaking of Zoom names,
Alien Factory?
we have
Alien Factory.
we have Worm. So we were having a discussion about Eberron before the start of the show, and we have Jen is going to run a whole new campaign for us with Eberron. She
I
promised.
was gonna run a one shot for y'all. I am currently running a campaign for y'all, but it's not in Eberron, it's in my world.
Ooh, I'm excited. So we got Worm. In the beginning, there were 3 worms, not worm with Y, just regular worms, just 3 little earthworms. Oh, worm, question mark, and then Assault 100. What is the Assault? How does that fit the theme?
It's from the Demonia shoes I was sending.
Yeah, so I was
Appropriately in order, Jen's is worm and mine is worm.
I was taking them
Worm.
through the creation myth of Eberron, which was literally worm, 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 worm. And then worm, worm, worm.
You should teach a class on this. It'd be great.
Look, I once got onto Out of Context D&D by putting in a quote from myself that was just like, I know more about the history of Eberron than I do about the history of the U.S.
Oh,
I don't even know where states are, so
I know Wisconsin does cheese.
They do?
I know Ohio doesn't exist.
Oh, Idaho potatoes.
It's one of the squares, that I know.
It's one of the squares.
What's one of the squares?
Ohio.
Oh,
Ohio
No.
can't hurt you. It
There's
doesn't
a
exist.
There are 2 squares, and they're Colorado and Wyoming.
Anyway,
Also,
welcome back
more
everyone to our
squares.
usual bullshit.
This boy is violently purring for some reason.
because
He's happy. He's happy that Plot
He's
Hunters
been-
is back.
He's finally free to be his little California gay self.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I moved.
So if you didn't notice, out of the sun.
Like mine. Wow. Just a minor life update. I picked up my entire life, got a new job, and moved to California.
Hey, you did what I did. It's great.
Exactly. If any of y'all are in the Bay Area, please hit me up. Come hang out with me.
If my job ever sends me to the Bay Area for a trip, I will make sure to hang out. That'd be awesome.
You better stay with me. I'm looking for a 3-bedroom house. One for me, one for Ruby, and one for an office space / what's the word? People that stay in your house. Guest bedroom.
People that stay in your house. It could be numerous different things that could fit that description.
Words are hard for me this week. Sorry.
So let's see. After you finished, you went home. What else did you guys do? Oh yeah, Varen went and found her family.
Oh yeah, and then pretty much immediately committed an assassination.
Not of her family, of someone else.
No, not.
Who did she assassinate?
I just like grabbed my little sister. And just yeeted her off the
what the
window.
hell's his
The
name?
prince, the evil prince, Neurobane.
Okay.
Neurobane.
Narenvane, yeah.
Do I
I
still
thought
have
it
a
was his
picture of
dad
him?
she assassinated.
I did
for some
walk
reason.
directly up to Narenvane and just like give him a little poison dart kiss on the vein. On his Narenvane.
That just sounds weird. Oh.
No, you gave him a poison dart kiss on his vein.
I gave him
That's-
a poison dart kiss on his Narenvane.
You
There's my
stabbed
hot
him with a
elves.
poison dart. There.
I was trying to
and I
find
was
my
like,
hot
oh
elf.
my god, he had a poison
folder.
dart. Oh my god.
Oh my god, they were
And
cellmates.
then the fucking black staff is like, hey,
Oh god,
fuck
he's
that
so
he
high.
died.
I forgot.
Better not lay low.
Wink, 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 wink. So yeah,
And I was
Varen
like,
got
thank
away
you
with
for murder. I
murder.
totally killed him.
I mean, you're 16th level now, so you're at the point where you are allowed to get away with murder after a certain. You've done enough work
Yeah.
for the.
That's the answer to the show, guys. Play D&D.
Just be really strong,
Just be really fucking
and no
strong.
one can say
I'm
shit
actually
to you.
not strong at all.
Why do you think I made Alina the way she is?
I'm not strong, but you can't hit. But like, you can't kill what you can't hit. So
Also true.
I'm sorry, just laughing at the way Phoebe just snuck away by turning her chair around. So great. But you get to see the back of the awesome diva chair.
Yeah.
And and then what else? I think that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, and then you contacted Alina went and wrote Dralaxel again, asking about your mom. And then Cruz got y'all some guest passes, or wrote to Annalise in Candlekeep to get you some guest passes. So,
Yay.
Connected.
yes, so the plan is to go to Candlekeep and try to dig up some information about where Alina Mom
grandpa
is.
shirt.
Light some candles, baby. Let's
And
do
she's
this.
wearing a grandpa shirt. I didn't realize that he was wearing.
Yeah.
A grandpa shirt. Oh my god.
It's great.
I'm
It
always
just-
wearing a grandpa shirt.
Exactly.
I
She's
just
always
live-
wearing
I
grandpa
just
shirt.
live to watch him laugh. Look at him. He just goes.
I'm censoring it.
Oh my gosh.
He goes in a little circle.
You just look like an evil, like, dictator, or evil, like, when you spin around in your chair like that, you're just saying, hello.
I would like
You want to, like,
$1
grab a
billion
cat
for
and-
$1 billion.
Tell me,
I can like grab a
Clarice.
cat for you to stroke quietly as you turn.
Yeah, this is stressful.
Is that alcohol?
Yeah.
It's a water bottle. Oh no.
No, it is not a water bottle.
So here's the thing. It could be a water bottle with alcohol in it.
There's no game tonight, guys. We're just
Sorry,
talking
yeah,
shit about
we're
each
just- we're
other.
just
We're
chilling.
just catching up.
Catching up.
So, Annie, let's see, you have a few things to wrap up in Waterdeep, so what would you like to do?
Oh fuck.
We have things to wrap up in water.
How much time do we have to wrap things up? Like,
It's you have as much time as you want to take because it's up to you when you want to head to Candlekeep. It will take, I think we said it was going to take about like a week and a half by boat, so you have to get a boat too
Right.
to get there.
Mhm.
But you guys can leave when you want to.
well, let's start by chartering a boat to leave ASAP. Maybe. Oh, can we collect on our earnings at the tavern?
Oh yeah, how much did y'all earn?
I don't know. I don't even know
I have
how long
no
it
idea.
was.
Also, do we have to give the masks back, right?
You do.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to give the mask back for
Oh, no.
sure.
What if I ask really nicely?
Wait, yo, I love that our character sheet changed a little bit. That's so cool.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
where is my? I'll figure it out.
All right,
God,
so we'll say
They have a backpack now?
Yeah.
they had some updates that we can say for a while.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Whatever.
We will say that you have pulled in over the course of this busy month. Let me do some math.
I have
because
so much money, my dude.
you all have so much money. My poor
We're
players in my other
rich.
games are so broke, and I'm just like, y'all are just rolling with so much damn money.
I feel like every game must get to a point where they're just rich.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at this point, yeah.
Tell
we'll
me,
say that
Solani,
you've
do
pulled
you
in.
stream your other game?
I don't. Or not my home
Okay.
ones. I play on Indoor Recess, but my other ones are just home games.
Well, tell your players I say they're noobs. No, I'm kidding. Get good, scrub. No.
Get good, scrub. So you have pulled in about 900 gold.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Each
that
or
is-
party fun?
Party fund. So however you
Yeah.
want to divvy that.
All right. So that is 180 for each of us, and then 180 into the party fund.
Okay, how much do we have in the party fund right now?
Our party fund is sitting at 162 platinum, 5,019 gold, 480 silver, and 1,600 copper.
We're so
Okay, that's not
rich.
bad.
Yeah.
Right now, I think I have like just over 4,000 and just for myself.
I have over 8,000 right now.
You don't
Mine
buy
is-
anything.
You
mine's a little-
don't. You
mine's
gamble
a
is what
little
you
over
do.
8,000 right now too. Oh, do we have any fucking?
I don't know if you have any fucking. That would be.
Do we have any?
I have
fucking-
no fucks left to give, so no, I don't have any fucking.
Just ran out.
Okay.
And I'll say, I think that you find out that a trip to Candlekeep will be like 150 gold each.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
bad.
Wow,
So it's just literally what we just made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yep. But
Right
it
back to the city
includes
of water.
food and board.
There we go.
Not bad.
I would
All
assume that includes
inclusive.
board because God forbid they just put you in crates.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What? What
I never
happened?
used my fucking arrows of slaying.
Because we
maybe-
never fought a dragon.
we stopped
Yeah.
summoning it.
Out of
Well,
curiosity,
hey.
how much does an arrow of slaying go for?
There
if you
could
want-
be dragons in the future.
If you want to sell it, let me see if I can get my mouse to work. That
Bonus
would be
points for
great.
black market.
Black market. You'll have to go to the black market to find out. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
where am I looking at?
He'll drag Cruz with me and be like, "Hey, I need you to sweet talk someone.
Black market, black
Sweet talk this
market.
crusty old man for me."
Yeah, you can get probably about 300 gold each,
Okay.
just in the regular
Solani,
market.
I'll keep that in mind.
I
What?
just sent you a research just in case you need it, because that I use as a GM.
Ooh, thank you.
It tells you the source and everything.
Fancy.
I know, right?
Damn. All right. I'm gonna save that page. Thank you. All right. Anything? Okay. So what do you want to do first?
I don't have anything left to do.
Well, do you want to go
I-
to give the mass first, or do you want to go charter a ship?
Let's give the mask
Let's give the mask
first.
first,
Yeah.
All right.
Give up the man.
Yeah. So you know that Elia, who was the silver dragon, who's a long ass name I can't actually pronounce, was hanging out over at Skyreach Castle. Pretty much all the dragons of the council that hung out after the Wall of Dragons are still kind of chilling there and just kind of, they can't enter Waterdeep proper, so they're just kind of figuring out, like, tying up the loose ends with the Council of Waterdeep there. So you all travel to the Giants, Cloud Giants Castle / casino / resort.
Slash our second location.
Yeah, your franchise location.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up there and you do meet Elia, who greets you all and congratulates you on a job well done. I assume you are here to finalize our deal.
We are.
Yes.
What was the
And I
deal?
believe
Can
we
somebody
have a few
remind
things
me?
yours.
She smiles at Cruz and she's like, to return the masks, the dragon masks, to their rightful owner so they don't fall into evil hands again.
Right, that deal.
Mm-hmm.
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 She holds her hand out to Cruz.
I slowly hand it back to her.
Do you just hang on to it and she's this little tug of war match? Like,
Yeah.
Alina takes her out of her bag and just hands it to her.
Were those the only two that you had? That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
those were the only
so,
two that we had.
All right. So make sure you unequip those.
I
My
did.
stats.
From 20
Please
Gracie to 21.
Um,
Don't like it.
she says, "Thank you. We will remember your deeds this day. Should you require our help in the future, I'm sure Zelafon can get a hold of us."
Wait, why are we not taking the castle to Candlekeep?
It
Because
honestly
it's a-
wouldn't be faster than a ship. Okay,
Yeah.
that
It
castle
would be cheaper.
I mean,
Yeah, but then
you
we have
have
to deal
so
with-
much money.
Don't try it.
Trying to pinch pennies.
If you want to, but yeah, it's not going to be faster than a ship because the castle is big and moves slowly.
And if the castle is in motion, then we're not making that much money because we need people going up and down.
Exactly. Well, we're going to be heading off to Candlekeep soon.
Yeah.
If you need anything, you know how to contact us. And I'll make sure to let Celifar know where we are also as well, just in case. I have a sending ear to Celifar, just in case I just remember, and makes me
You
so
all
happy.
do, yes.
It makes me so happy. That's my baby.
You can check on your children or your
Yeah.
child.
My child.
You're
Well, his dad's not taking care of him.
How much do dragon parts go for? Because I still have 6 dragon claws and a dragon fang.
Are you gonna sell dragon parts to the dragons?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so morbid.
Like, hey, do you want the flesh of your countrymen? Sorry,
To be
man.
fair, it's the flesh of their enemies, but
The flesh of their enemies.
It's true.
or the keratin of their enemies.
Ew. It's somehow
Snail,
worse.
It just
I know.
sounds bad. Let me see. What do you have? As far as
I've got claws and fangs.
I don't
Claws.
know what I
Don't we
have.
all?
I wish I did.
that you
claws
don't.
and fangs. Let's see. What don't I have? For each claw and fang, you can get about 150 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and sell 5 of my dragon claws.
I'm
Man, I
assuming
still
that you just
have-
go someplace in town and do that.
Oh, cruise.
Yes.
You haggle for 200.
Yeah, I guess.
You can tell them that it's from the site of the legendary battle.
I mean,
what am I
it's not a
haggling
lie.
for?
You're haggling for a higher money for the dragon claws and the dragon fangs.
Oh, all right.
We're going for a 33% price hike because the claws come directly from the site of the famous Battle of the Dragons.
These claws come from the famous site of the Battle of the Dragons. I'm not
said the
talking a
famous.
Battle of the Dragons. I'm not talking about one of those dragon battles. I'm talking
Tiamat.
about the Battle of the Dragons. Tiamat. Do you know that name? Does that name ring a bell
like,
for you?
take a mat
Because it
and
rings
put
a bell
tea
for
on
me. Take a mat.
The gnome
Put a
just
T on
like
it.
looks at you and just blinks. Make a persuasion check.
Like I don't know what's not clicking for you. You want this.
Like in the meantime, Baron's quietly like casting minor illusion and casting a mat and then a cup of tea.
Oh my god. That's a synthetic 20.
Nice. Yes, the gnome, because all shopkeepers in the city, and I consider are gnomes. All the unnamed shopkeepers are gnomes. Just because there's not enough gnomes in my game. Says, I mean, how many do you have? How many are you selling?
We have 5, 1 from each color of dragon.
The teeth are all the same color. Okay, that's fine.
Exactly. Because you can't tell. Exactly.
And he just looks at him, just like, and like it's funny because the dragon teeth are pretty big in comparison. So he's just
I'm just
like,
like carrying this armful.
all right, it's a deal, 200 each.
Yes. Thanks, babe. That's exactly what I say.
Thanks, babe.
I said thanks, babe.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
No problem, daughter. Great talk, everyone. Very natural.
Also, what are the odds that in the? So you said it would take a while to get the ship charter.
I mean, they can leave whenever you want to, pretty much.
Just fucking leave in the morning.
That sounds good. What y'all think?
What? Good.
What?
You you ready to leave in the morning?
Yeah, that's not smart.
What are you doing about your owlbear while you're gone, Mira? Just out of curiosity.
I was thinking about that the whole
Maybe
time,
leave it
I was like, oh, fuck
in the
it.
castle, in the cloud castle,
Um,
where other monsters
a baby.
take care of it.
yeah,
It's
a
still an
baby.
egg, technically.
Well,
So
Because I told
Have Nemu
Nemu.
take care of it?
Nemu's got a
Yeah.
lot on her plate. She's taking care. She's running your damn business for you too.
Nemu is busy.
Why don't we maybe like put it in the
Can I
castle? 'Cause that
find
way it
someone
can-
to like? I don't want them to steal my egg though. I'll pay them extra much. I want to try to find someone that could take care of or like watch the egg.
You just post these flyers up in the yawning portal, just
Looking
like
for
seeking
babysitter
babysitter for egg.
Seeking
Beastmaster
Beast Commander.
babysitter.
Egg sitter.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, make a investigation check to see how you
You
managed
could get
to
one of
find-
those bird people to babysit your egg.
An
They're
Aracraka?
Yes.
My investigation
That's
is like
racist.
a billion.
That's right. You have a really high investigation.
24.
24. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you go and you you post a flyer, and eventually someone does. It's actually a dragonborn, a little old dragonborn who was a red scaled one, but over time her scales have faded to kind of a dusky pink. But she
Aw.
comes up and she knocks on your door and waits for an answer.
Pastel Dragon Grandma.
Like, was it open? And I'm like, hi. Wait, is he there?
Is what? Who's there?
Is he there?
I mean, I'm assuming
home?
he's there. He's usually in his office though, so it's up to
You're
you.
right. I'll still rip open the door, but I'll like whisper, hi, it's a secret meeting. Let's not be too loud. Very secret.
Very secret. That's not suspicious at all. Yeah. So the lady greets you and she says, hello, my name is Visant. I'm answering this flyer. You're looking for an owlbear nanny.
I love her. Yeah, you're perfect. I'll take you. My name is Mira. The blue tiefling. You may or may not see. Do not, or I hope you don't see him. Be very secret. He's there. He's my husband. It's a secret because it's totally like his birthday present. Not birthday present, but like like a little fun couple.
A child.
Pet,
Child.
baby. It's pet child.
Now, are you wanting her to stay in your home and care for it, or do you want her to? Because if she's staying in your home, what are you explaining? How are you explaining this to see there?
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's like actually a great question. You know what, to be honest, I'm just gonna tell Seafair that she's my new assistant to help me when I'm away from home.
Help you here when you're away from home.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Like, that's how Mira is.
Just say she's an assistant to Nemu. It's fine. Nemu needs help.
I
Yes.
support you, Mira.
Nemu's
I would say that.
yeah, Nemu's busy with the gauntlet, so she needs help around the house. Very well, yes. Let's see, the nanny's services will cost 50 gold a day.
I'll give her like 1,000.
How many
A
days?
day?
Oh, not a day.
Or you're just paying the 1,000 up front, is what you're doing.
yeah,
That's-
1,000 up front.
She's gonna leave this house immediately and like not come back.
You know what? I have so much money. That's not really a problem.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You know, she just
Jesus
needed that much.
Christ.
That's how much she needed that money. If she just like straight up takes it.
No, she does not straight up take it. But she will bring like a little bag to stay in her room, and she will ask you some questions about the owlbear. How kind of care do you want? Do you know what kind of owlbear it is?
No, because she stole it.
I didn't know there were kinds
Unborn
of owl
kind.
bears.
I mean, there's different kinds of like cats and stuff. Why wouldn't there be different kinds of owlbears?
There's different kinds of owls and different kinds of bears.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's a barn polar.
Oh, that's
I'm fine. Oh my god.
Snowy polar.
Stop that!
exactly
It
what
took a
you-
second for me to get that for some reason.
Oh my god.
It's a barn polar. I'm typing that. That's canon now.
It's a barn cat and a barn owl.
Snowy
Oh
polar.
my god.
Poor owlbear. So she says, do you listen? Let's see. It will probably hatch, most likely within 6 months or so. So, do you have an area prepared for it and with lots of greenery? I see you have a little small garden, but an owlbear may need a little bit more space to romp around. Of course, we could always take it for walks.
I mean, we were like in the process. Cause you know, I totally just randomly asked my husband if we could just buy a little villa, a summer villa out, on the outskirts of Waterdeep. So I was hoping to like raise the Dairy Queen babies there. Would that be good? Is that recommended?
Oh yes,
Just
yes,
a
definitely
random
someplace
home?
outside of the city would definitely be recommended. I love that you're trying to get Sita to buy a whole ass house so that you can care for this owlbear. Oh my gosh! All right, so Basand will move in as Nemu's assistant and care for the egg when in your absence. Is there anything that you wish to talk to Sita about before you leave? Perhaps asking him if he's going to buy a new house?
Yeah, I mean, I totally be like, I think I totally need like a little summer villa. It doesn't have to be big, extravagant. Just something as small as like 5 rooms, nothing too big. Just something on the outskirts of Waterdeep in the forest. Because sometimes I get so tired and I just want to be lazy. And like, I don't know, I like seeing animals, and I miss, our home has so much nature, so I miss nature. It's true.
Make a persuasion check.
She's like an Edwardian lady.
I watched the Marie Antoinette movie. A lot of inspiration from there. 28.
Jesus. Yeah, after a while, Sita just kind of rolls his eyes and says, I will look into it. I'm sure there's somebody selling something out there.
I'll just pick up a villa on my way home.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, bitches.
All right, he will look into it and see what he finds. All right. In that case, yes.
I would like to find the black market and find out if anyone there needs anything from the Underdark.
Yeah, you just walk down the street, follow the signs that say black market this way. No. Make a investigation check as you start to look for ways of trading not so or I don't know, seedy things.
Synthetic 20.
Synthetic 20. Yeah, you kind of wander around and you hear
Black market? Nope, sorry. Oh, you're peeing, sorry.
yeah, you kind of go to a couple seedy taverns and you do hear some people over chatting about the black market. There is one that exists. Most people who know about it are affiliated with the Zentarum. But the most...
And I have their poison!
You do. The name Skullport comes to mind.
Skullport. Now let me pull up my map of Waterdeep. Is that in Waterdeep?
It is beneath Waterdeep.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm gonna go.
Are you going now? Because it will be a journey.
Oh.
Oh. Like multiple days journey or like...
Depends on how long it takes you to get through things.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to make the other three sit here while I run through things. So no.
All right. But that will be on the docket. That yes, you are aware that there is a someplace deep beneath the city is a black market area of sorts. You do hear rumor that it is very dangerous. There are quite seedy characters down there, so you better be prepared.
Is there anybody in the overworld that needs anything from the Underdark that they are willing to pay handsomely for? That's pretty much like the main question that I had. Like, it doesn't have to be black market. It just needs to be someone or something that will pay top dollar for shit that we're going to find in the Underdark, because we are going anyway, and I might as well bring fancy shit back.
Yeah, definitely. Doing fetch quests. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Thank you, JD Lady, for resubscribing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
we're gonna be there anyway.
You talked to a few apothecaries, and there are definitely people who are interested in. There are interesting fungi, and as well as like some creatures that only exist underground that the parts or blood of would be useful in those kinds of practices.
Is there a laundry list that they're able to give me?
Ooh.
Like a shopping list, like a basic Wegmans, checklist.
A checklist. I will say that I can come up with one. We'll put that on my notes. What'd you say?
Underfoods?
Underfoods. Yeah, a grocery list. I'll come up with a little grocery list of let's see. There wants a grocery list. Who was the name of the apothecary who's right by your house? I'm trying to remember.
Fuck. I have the notes somewhere, but
it starts with an
nowhere.
F. It starts with an F. But yeah, something with an F. But anyway, what's it?
Filigree. I don't know.
Whatever. But they will give you a list of things that should you run across them, they would be willing to pay you handsomely for.
A+, and you don't have to give it to me now. You can just give it to me later.
Yeah. Of under foods. There we go. Under foods.
And finally, I would like to hop down to the basement of our tavern, open the Elian vat, and arrange the growing whatever in a really silly position.
That's so gross. Yeah, you go down there and like at this point, so you've been growing it for a few weeks now, and it's basically mostly a blob. Like there's some fingers slowly forming out of it, but there's not really limbs yet. So
shape the blob to look like a dick.
You're such an ass. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
look,
you go ahead and apply this Play-Doh type flesh. That's not at all going to affect how well it grows.
Preemptively killing him again.
Shaping it into a dick. All right. In that case, the next morning, you pack up your things and head down to the docks. What's the name of the ship? Let's see. What's a good ship name?
I just went on the record before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
I
the Salty Sailor.
Pan flute, and I picked up the pan flute. I have a pan flute now.
Oh, you have a pan flute. I feel like the Salty Sailor is more like a tavern name.
Oh,
it just sounds like a tavern name to me.
that's true.
The Mermaid's Rhyme, R-I-M-E.
Ooh, okay. Mermaid's Rhyme. Yeah, you get on to that ship. You pay 150 gold each.
Duxie.
And that's they do offer, depending on how long you are taking in Candlekeep, if you're going to be there for more than like say 3 days, they will offer to bring you back free of charge.
Yeah, I mean we can. Okay, so.
Or you can charter another ship. Yeah.
Where's that map of the Underdark?
Oh, yes. That is...
Oh! You know what I could do? I could fucking pull up the map. That's what I could do. I could sign into rolling and pull up the map.
Did I give you a handout of the map?
I think you did at some point.
There's an Underdark map.
Yeah, I also just have a map that I put you guys on.
I forgot that I could just
there's
look at
also
the
a
map.
Hot Elves folder.
There is.
That's
Don't.
alright, there is.
I
Okay.
only see Hot Elves in the gauntlet.
Okay, so we have to go to the Dark Lake, right?
Let's see. So what you know so far is you know that Adriana's mother is, or not Adriana's mother, Alina's mother. Alina's mother. And Zara is in, last she talked to her was in Graven Hollow. So that's what you're trying to figure out is where Graven Hollow is. But before then she was at the Dark Lake.
Okay.
Oh, you also know, I think Cruz, you found out that Yolmar was in, was it Grexstug? Let me see.
That name feels familiar.
Gracklestug.
I spilled like juice on my notes, so I have no idea.
You spilled juice on your notes. Let me check my notes then.
It was Gracklestug, yeah.
It was Gracklestug. Okay, yeah. So, Gracklestug. So the map is a little deceptive because obviously it doesn't show depth. But from what you know, the Gracklestug is kind of close to the Dark Lake, sort of.
Okay. So from what I can see, Alina's mom was where?
In Dark Lake.
Dark
Okay.
Lake.
so Dark
Or no,
Either
she's
the
in
Dark Lake.
Graven Hollow. She was at
Great.
Dark Lake, but then she moved to Graven Hollow.
Where's Graven
Where's
Hollow?
Graven Hollow?
You don't know. That's where
Oh.
you're going. That's why you're going.
That's why
Candlekeep
we're
to
going to
try-
Candlekeep.
So, okay. So we go to Candlekeep, we figure out what's going on there. Candlekeep is what, north?
It's south of us.
It is south of you. Sorry. It is about a week and a half south of
There it is. Okay.
Waterdeep.
Okay. So we're going to end up right by the labyrinth.
I don't like that.
Oh, I do.
The maze
not as a
engine?
character, but as a player, absolutely. Okay. I mean, like, depending on where we end up, depending on where mom is, like, we may not need to go back to Waterdeep from the under,
So I guess we'll just play it by ear.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear. We'll put that as a solid maybe.
We'll get back to them on
Yeah.
whether or not.
Yeah, they're going to be hanging there and restocking for a time. So if you happen to be coming back with them, then great. If not, then you will have to find a different way back. All right. So you hit on board and you head south to Candlekeep.
Oh my god, we're gonna pass Baldur's Gate.
Is it past Baldur's? I thought it was before. Oh no, it is past Baldur's Gate. That's right.
Pass Baldur's Gate. I love it.
Yeah.
The Wood of Sharp Teeth.
What?
What?
The Wood of Sharp Teeth, right by Baldur's Gate, like right by Candlekeep. I love it.
Oh, the wood. Okay. I thought you said the widow.
Oh.
I was like, what the hell? All right. So, yeah, you head down, and the ship stays fairly close to the coast all the way down, so you're never really out of sight of land. So you do see it looks really, really pretty. Like, it's just a really beautiful coastal travel trip down.
Little vacation.
Little vacation, man. It's nice. Even though it's actually getting closer, it's like fall now, but still, it's like it's the coast. It's still nice and balmy. From the coast, you do get glimpses of Baldur's Gate from the distance, but it's a little bit further inland. And then eventually, you arrive at Candlekeep. Do I have a nice, pretty handout for you? I think I don't remember if I do or not. Let's see. Let's find out. I want to show you the prettiness because it's a very pretty place. Or maybe not. I don't know. Well, damn. I had some problems with Roll20 earlier, so I lost a bunch of info. But anyway, yeah, you arrive at Candlekeep, which is it's kind of like a bunch of spires. That are, oh, that's so pretty. That are, it looks like a castle. It looks like a really elaborate castle. But it is one big, giant library.
Ooh.
So I'm going to move you over to the Candlekeep map. So first off, you arrive, you dock a little bit outside of town, and you come up to the main gate.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's very pretty.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. It's loading for me now.
Oh,
It was like really blurry for a while.
You come up to the main gate and you see that the guards there aren't really like, they're not like armored guards. They're more like robed priests who are standing kind of above the door in a little gateway, and they both like nod to the travelers, and they ask you, you are coming to Candlekeep. If you, what kind of payment are you offering for entrance? We
Oh
accept.
fuck! I totally forgot about that.
Oh fuck! Wait, no, I don't have to have it because I know somebody, right?
You did get guest passes from Annalise.
Yeah, we have guest passes from Annalise.
Day
Do you know
passes.
Annalise Amal? Do you know her?
Annalise Amal.
I'm like, no.
What? What? Who is that? What are you talking about?
It doesn't
Yeah.
work here.
Yeah, they go and they flip over one of the their little books of what is it called? Registries. And I was looking down. Of course, of course, we've heard of Master Sage Annalise Amal. But what is your name?
My name is my name.
All of you. I mean, if you're entering, I'm assuming that you all have names.
Oh, introduce yourselves, girls. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name's Alina.
Pleasure to meet you, Alina. And you see the guard kind of eyes you over and is just like, oh, interesting. We've been getting quite a few drow this recently. We have another one. Doesn't happen quite often.
Have they told you why?
Oh, I'm not sure why, but then we did have a couple come through a few weeks ago, so we don't get them very often. So it's a pleasure.
You're welcome. I don't know. Sorry.
The rest of you?
Mira, I'm rich.
And they eye you as well. Just says, yes, I can tell by your garments. Very high quality. Welcome. And
This one's Varen.
Varen,
She
pleasure.
said it. I'm Cruz Amal.
Cruz.
You may
Okay.
have heard of me. You may have heard of me.
I have not heard of you, but we do have you in the registry as registered as guests under Annalise Mall. So if you would take these, and they come down a flight of stairs, and they hand each of you what looks to be like a sort of ornate badge. And there's just like, if you would pin this onto your lapels, make sure that you are wearing them at all times that you are within the keep.
Just
What? Why?
slap it up.
Only those with these badges can enter the Great Library, and should you be found without them, there could be consequences.
Follow-up
They're gonna kick us
question.
out, basically.
Still on site.
Follow-up question.
Nothing.
It's on site.
Follow-up question?
Do they have any magic? Just want to know if there's anything magic being added to my person.
Are you detecting it? Yes.
Oh, I was asking him out loud.
He's just like, well, yes, of course.
Just you're not gonna tell me what kind? Just that there is.
Oh, well, it's just to make sure that you are authorized to be within the premises.
So he gets a little like anxious in his old age, so
I take personal security serious.
he does. He
Oh,
use a
understood.
VPN.
Understood, absolutely. But you are registered to be here, so as long as you just keep them on you, you should be fine.
All right, we should be fine. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Wait, excuse me.
Ma'am?
Follow-up
I'm not
question. Where are we? We're staying here, right? Like, where are we staying?
Oh yes, of course. So the hearth is in the House of Rest, or right inside the promenade there. So if you're a guest, you are staying there. Unfortunately, the guests are not permitted to stay within the Great Library. You're welcome to walk around, but you cannot stay there. But the House of Rest has room for you, and since you are already registered, there should be a room already ready for you.
Oh, okay. Is it free or?
I'm assuming that your sponsor Annalise paid for it.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
I like how y'all are so cheap, and even though you have so much fucking money.
Here's the thing: I'm saving for more dexterity.
Okay,
It's
fair enough.
fine.
it's just who we are as people.
But yes, they're just like, Annalise, according to this, has taken care of all that's necessary for her guests, so you should be
Well,
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will we find her in the Great Library, or?
Yes, most likely. You will probably have to speak to, you can actually, if you wish, you can get an avowed, what is it called? An avowed adjutant. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to call him the avowed. What? Adjutant, yes. I'm just going to call him the avowed. You can get an avowed to act as your assistant, and they can go and contact Annalise when you wish to speak with her. And they can also act as your guide along the library. The library is very big and can get quite confusing for new visitors, so just let us know if you would like an avowed with you.
I would like an assistant.
Okay. I will get that, find one for you, and they will meet you at the House of Rest.
Sounds Gucci.
Who's Gucci?
Gucci, he's a friend of mine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He like makes bags sometimes.
He makes bags, you know, shoes.
They're really tacky. They're really tacky.
Well, you know, I wouldn't let that get back to Mr. Gucci. He might beat your ass, but
As if Gucci could beat our ass.
He's
all of Gucci.
all of Gucci. The
For all
entire.
3 people.
Gucci's part of a hive mind situation. It's,
Oh, okay.
Don't even worry
Let's
about
not forget his friend Freda.
it. Wait, what?
I'm mispronouncing it on purpose so we don't get sued.
So we don't get sued.
Oh, you mean Ducky?
Oh my god.
Ducky?
Ducky? Yeah.
Ducky and Prada.
Ducky
Yeah.
and Prada. Yeah, my 2 friends, Ducky and Prada.
And don't forget Erminy.
Hermione? Yeah.
I don't know what this
And
is.
Hermes.
Hermes.
Armani.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So as you were discussing all of these interesting names, you are allowed entrance into the into Candlekeep. So you're in the Court of Air. Yes.
Are we allowed to keep candles in it?
So.
Around books? No.
We'll
I
say.
figured.
We'll say, as you go to the House of Rest, you are met by your adjutant. What shall be your adjutant's name? Let me see.
Where's the House of Rest?
The House
the-
of Rest
in the Court of
is
Air.
On the bottom.
right
On the
here.
bottom of the
Oh, I see it.
Yes. Ooh, I like that name, Ianthe. Ianthe
Ianthe.
is her name.
Has sort of a Beyonce ring to it.
Her name is Beyonce.
You a single lady?
No, they put a ring on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the ring of scholars.
Welcome back to the shit show, everyone.
Oh, it's the nerd ring.
The nerd ring. Yeah.
Which I realize is rich.
Yeah.
Yes, Ianthe shows up, and she is an air genasi
Ooh.
with very luminescent skin that sort of doesn't really look like it stays one color. It just tends to shift. It's kind of a grayish sometimes, but depending on it, sometimes it gets more blue, sometimes it gets more white, sometimes it even becomes more translucent, and you can kind of see these blue veins gleaming underneath.
My bioluminescent wife.
Bioluminescent wife. Oh my god, yes.
Mushroom girlfriend.
It's finally happening.
Oh my gosh, she's air. She's not mushroom. But yes, Ianthe meets you in your rooms. The fun thing that you notice is that the quarters that you're in, it's not just a regular inn. They are lavish. Like that's just the regular quarters. Like,
Oh, okay, so we won't hear Mara complaining. Cool.
No, they were just like, I think they could have made this like that, and then this little.
I would have added a few more diamonds, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, they are beautiful rooms with velvet curtains and lots of silks and just very luxurious. And this is just the regular rooms.
Oh shit.
But you
Who's
are,
fancier than your house, Mara?
yeah.
They're like a
For real,
little
I should have
scandalized.
visited more often.
But your adjutant arrives and knocks on your door.
Hey.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Ianthi, your adjutant I said it right this time. Oh my god, I'm great. Your adjutant for your trip here. She goes around to each of you and very formally shakes each of her hands. It's a pleasure to meet you. You must be crews. Excellent. So what is your plans? What's the itinerary? Where should we head first?
The library?
I think this entire city is just one big library.
I think the city is library, but which part of the library?
The Underdark part?
Well, Ianthe, right?
Yes, Ianthe.
I'm looking for more information in the Underdark, specifically a place called...
Checks notes.
Writes checks notes.
I don't have notes.
It's like something Dale.
Graven Hollow.
Graven Hollow?
Oh, I was way off.
Ravenloft? No.
Raven? No, that's the other dark
No, we
place.
already been there.
That's the other dark place. We've been there. Graven Hollow. And mostly about where it is, what the situation, what the socioeconomic and political situation is around it.
She's there with a clipboard and she's writing all this down.
Can you gather the latest Twitter posts that have been posted there?
The latest Twitter posts.
So we can really get a finger on the pulse.
We don't want Facebook because that's just
No, that's old people.
Yeah.
You say old people and she just kind of eyes you.
He looks old, but he's actually very with the time.
I'm young and
old, but he's even older.
That's also true, though.
These two statements are true.
Okay, so yeah, she writes all this down. She's like, okay, excellent. Yes, we will have to find the right person, but we'll do all that when we get inside. First, let's run through some of the rules of the library. As you know, or maybe perhaps you don't know, I don't know if you've been here before, but
we have not.
The library has quite a few defenses to protect everything inside. The Candlekeep is the repository of knowledge for much of Faerun, and as such, there are rare tomes here that must be protected. So there are lots of magical wards, so there's certain things that you need to be careful of. First of all, obviously keep your badges on. Do not remove them under any circumstances, even when you're bathing. Actually, and she just laughs. She's like, no. Actually, you can wear them out here, or you can remove them out here in the court of air. But as long as you're
I was gonna be like, where am I supposed to pin it while I'm bathing?
To your skin.
To your skin.
Mid self-piercing.
No, she says, once we pass through the emerald door into the Great Library, that's when you'll need them. You will not be able to pass without them, and should you remove them while you're in there, you will be ejected immediately.
So, magically ejected?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You will be shunted outwards.
Oh, I don't like that, so I'm just make sure I'm gonna, put it inside my jacket.
I was thinking some guy was gonna find you and be like, sir, you have to leave.
No, it's worse.
If you don't mind me asking, if, for example, it falls off by accident, is it a painful ejection or just an ejection?
Oh, I suppose it depends on how hard you land.
Is
painful.
So it's ejection out the window.
More like out the emerald gate or emerald door. Just
physically or magically?
The emerald door on the map.
Magically, but I mean, it's physical when you hit the ground.
Of course. Good to know.
Of course.
She'll be fine.
Yes.
The rest of us, not so much.
Also, there are wards all over Candlekeep, which prevents people from being able to fly over Candlekeep. So magic flight will be dispelled if you attempt to try and fly over the walls.
So what if someone has wings inside? They've already been passed, allowed through, and they have wings inside.
Oh, you mean like Aarakocra and... Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go, Mayra.
You can't cross the walls.
Could a castle be flown nearby?
Like a wall of dispel.
Yeah, basically. Can you what? What'd you say, Chris?
Could you possibly float a castle nearby?
Float a
maybe
castle.
For like a...
You just can't go over the walls.
Okay.
That's
Pretty
like
good to
really
know.
good air defense.
Oh yes.
Really good air defense.
Of course, like
Yeah.
ordinary tiny birds are not affected by this because that would disrupt their lives. But
That would be really
They're
cruel.
not flying magically.
yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, hey, it's magic to me.
The next rule is fire suppression, of course. No flames larger than a candle are permitted within the keep. There are magical wards.
Candlekeep, get it? Get it?
Yes. Yes, there are there are magic spells that suppress any fire within
Okay.
the place that is higher than a candle. There's also theft protection. So every book and scroll inside of the Great Library is protected against theft. So should you try to remove anything from the Great Library, it will disappear and immediately return back to its place.
Okay.
You can, however, request that books be copied. Should you find some information? We have some scribes over in, I believe, the Pillars of Pedagogy over in the Court of Air. Their jobs is to obviously scribe, make copies of various things, and for a fee, you can have certain things copied. Yes, of course. Cruz?
Yes, who?
Cruz.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes.
Are there forbidden tomes at all?
Forbidden tomes, how do you
Like
mean?
a banned book section?
No. Candlekeep is a place of open knowledge. We expect if you are going to be taking knowledge from here that you will use it wisely.
Okay,
Whatever
good to know.
consequences come of your use, that is on you.
What
Very
she's
good to
saying
know.
is like, try at your own risk, baby.
Pretty much. Varen, yes.
How long does it take to copy down a book? Is it a magical copying that only takes a few seconds, or are we talking on the order of months?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I'm assuming it depends on the book size, yeah.
Let's get a pamphlet.
I would like to copy this pamphlet for my car's extended warranty.
It does copy this pamphlet. Let me see. I know there's something in here
Like a
about
copy
that.
of 7,000.
House of the Binder. A seeker can request a copy of any book, scroll, and library, and the work of creating copies is performed by scribes. Yada yada yada. The entire text must be replicated, since the vow insists on maintaining scholarly intent. Okay, so copying non-magical tomes costs about 100 gold, and it takes about a week.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
Spell books cost about 50 gold per level of spells within it. And let's see, takes about the same amount of time. What else? There is. Oh, well, we also have the Works of the Avowed, which are kind of like a little compilation books that we create, a collection of short essays on various topics that are available. There are multiple copies available that you can purchase for about 100 gold per book. But yeah. Anything else? Any other rules that you need to know about?
Are food and drink allowed in the library?
I would say not within the libraries themselves, but there are open courts outside where you may, there's like gazebos and things where you can enjoy refreshment during your studies. There are designated areas.
Is there like a good place to eat? I get hungry quite often, so
Yes, here in the House of Rest, if you want to go down to the downstairs, we have a lovely lunch buffet.
Ooh.
is that all you can eat? Because I'm about to test that.
What are the hearth and the House of the Binder?
The House of the Binder is actually where those books are.
Book bindings.
The
still?
copies are made.
That explains it.
And the hearth is basically like the inn, or like the house of rest is like where the rooms are, and the hearth is like where like
You would eat and
chill.
Like common area,
Chill.
dining area, tavern. Okay.
It's your chill area. Yes.
Yeah, guys, they have a bath and steam house, so
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
saying.
Get bathed and steamed.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like we deserve that after, you know, preventing Tiamat from entering this plane of existence.
A little steaming.
Indeed.
Yeah, a little steaming.
A little
Open
yes.
up those
Oh,
pores.
that's not what I thought you said for a sec. Oh my god.
There are, yes, studying is a lot of hard work. And also, let's see, another rule is no fighting. There are no violent altercations are permitted within the grounds.
That's fair.
Is that magically
Is hugging
enforced?
allowed?
I mean, it can be.
Okay.
Love
Okay.
As well as no damaging, marking or otherwise modifying the works. So no drawing in the, no writing in the margins.
Dog earring.
She just glares at you. Certainly
Cruise.
not.
Even I know not to do that.
I just like half cruise and I'm just like, all right, get rid of the crayons.
All right, put the ink
Mira, you
pens
can't doodle
away.
dicks in the books.
Get rid of the dick
I
stamps.
doodle unicorns for your information. Thank you.
Well, you can't doodle them either.
Are we allowed to
perfectly
try
fine.
amateur illuminated manuscripting?
That's a good question.
You mean like a little craft? Do you have
workshop?
Yeah, do you have a little craft workshop?
We're just book binding. Oh my god.
Oh my
I have
god.
a question more for. I don't know if it's really for Selene or for Ianthe, but the Great Library. I see what looks like the big castle and then like a surrounding town. Is the Great Library the castle or the town?
The Great Library is everything within the walls. Beyond the Emerald Door. Yeah. So the main castle, of course, was the first part of the library that was constructed, and then as the library expanded.
Exaltation, but I wasn't sure if that was relevant.
Yeah. What is exaltation? I can't remember. I'll have to find that out. But yeah, like everything basically, it just expanded and expanded, and so they built more and more buildings to house different different topics. Yes.
So, just as a question, do we have like a little tour guide map of the whole library where we can see the stuff?
She's our tour guide.
So we don't know. We can't see a map like the one we see now.
I would say that she can give you a little fold-out pamphlet that pretty much is this map here. There's Exaltation. Great Award, Great Library. Let's see, Exaltation.
I just want to ask her about the dark building in the back, if that's where the evil tomes go.
Why are you so interested in forbidden tomes?
I know.
I'm worried.
I just
So that's Exaltation is basically the quarters for the Avowed and the other sages there. So it's their living quarters, and visitors are not permitted to go there.
what's the dorms?
It's their dorms.
Yeah, it's their dorms.
Is there like a visible spark on the top of it, or is that just for art?
I don't see anything. Bells are at dawn. I don't see anything about the spark, so that might just be art.
So it's just art. Okay, I was just curious.
Now I kind of want to create something
Do
for
it,
that
do
spark.
Maybe that's what maintains the wards around the city.
Maybe that would make sense.
That'd be cool.
All right. So you all head inside, or she leads you. Unless you want to do something else in the Court of Air. If you want to go to the bathhouse or whatever like that. Do you want to do that?
We can do that later.
We can do it later. It's
Or
fine.
bad.
Yeah, do it later.
All right. So she leads you to the Emerald Door, which is the main point of access to the Great Library. You see that it has, it's like made of like this translucent. It's almost like jade looking, dark green stone that glows with this inner light. And she just goes up and just straight up opens it, just pushes it with one hand and just opens for her. And you all pass inside.
I just want to.
Ooh, that's a pretty artwork. Sorry,
Ooh.
go ahead.
Can't wait to see it.
Let me see if I can
when we
clip a
get in-
picture of it.
When we get inside, I just want to really quickly take off my thing just to see how hard it's gonna fling us out.
God damn it, Cruz! Why do you do this to me? Why do you always do this to me?
I mean, we're just inside. A little experiment. You know, it's science. They should appreciate that.
God, every damn time.
I'm so sorry for what's about to happen, Yanti.
Shove your arms into holes. Don't take off the pin.
Just don't. Every time it's just don't do this, and you do
Like-
it. Like why?
All
why
I'm
do you?
saying is, in that dungeon where I stuck my arm in that hole, Alina almost stuck her head in one.
That's fair.
Just
And I
saying.
didn't though.
You didn't, but an arm is more safe than a head.
All
I
right,
didn't lose my head.
You didn't lose your head.
You guys pass through the door and into this beautiful courtyard, and then Cruz promptly you take it off, and then what do you do with it? You have it in your hand still?
I just hold it in my hand.
It's still touching you, so you're still fine. Okay.
Okay. I'll put it on the ground, like right inside.
You put it on the ground, and as soon as you release it, you are shunted back through the doorway, through this barrier, this green barrier, and you slam into the ground, taking. Where am I?
Now, does he disappear and appear, or does he basically like get force dragged back?
Literally just like shunt it, spit it out of the fucking.
It is like being yanked back.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
no.
basically invisible force.
Yeah, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam into the ground right on the other side of the gates, and everybody just kind of looks at you.
I pick up the little pin and I'm just like,
He's gonna have to find a way in himself. I'm not picking him up.
Yanthi is just like looking at the pin, and she's like, "What just happened? I believe I made it clear that."
Yes, no, Yanthi, you did your
fell off
job
of my
right.
chest. I didn't have it pinned on right. That was on
She
me.
can't hear you. You're on the other side of the gate.
I'm just mouthing it. I'm trying
You're like
so hard.
past the court of air into the entry gate.
I
Oh,
look
no.
at Cruz. I just shrug and I go to turn back and I toss it over my shoulder at him.
Are you going back through the gate
I'll go back
to give it to him? Okay, yeah, you go.
Oh no.
All right, you go back to
I'm
the
not
gate
picking him up.
you go back through the gate and toss it at him. So you have your thing again. And as you pass through once more, Yanthi just sort of glares at you and she says, please abide by the rules this time. You just got here and we wouldn't want to completely remove you and your privileges.
You
So,
won't.
question, Yanthi, if he gets his privileges removed, do we get our privileges removed?
She kind of looks through her clipboard. Well, here you are all individual guests, so technically no.
Okay, great. I just wanted to know that he wasn't gonna fuck up my entry here, because I do plan on abiding by the rules, you know.
Excellent.
Because this is an important matter to me. Stares at Cruz directly.
I am so respectful of that. I am completely recognizing of that. Let's get some librarying on, man. Let's get into this
Excellent.
Old Haven.
All right. Well, let me take you to the courtyard here, or not courtyard, but like the reception area, I guess. And you enter this beautiful domed room that has like this circular desk, and you see that there are a few librarians working the desks, and all around the circle desk are these massive tomes that are just open and displayed, and you see a few people flipping through them. And so Yanthi goes up to one and she starts flipping through, and as you look at it, you see that it is basically a registry of everything that they have in here. So she immediately starts looking through page by pages, like phone books, massive phone books, looking for the topics that you
Yellow
are.
pages, got it.
Yellow pages, trying to figure out where to find the topics that you were looking for. So you are looking for information about the Underdark. Okay. So she finds. Where is it? Ah, here we go. And she finds, she looks through and you see like there's like the general topics of like the Underdark topics, and then you see a little name next to it, Dagstag. And she says, it looks like the person you want to talk to is the librarian Dagstad. He is going to be up in the up in the north ward. So we'll say he's over here in like the pink, the little pink
Yeah.
building.
Little pink.
He's right here. He's in the pink building.
Okay.
Is there any other topics besides the Underdark? He can probably help you with that. But is there anything else that you have an interest in learning?
Baron, lich stuff, anything?
Lich
I mean,
stuff?
not
I have, like,
wrong. He's kidding.
Do you have
Yeah,
like
I'm
books
kidding.
on like magical rings that like keep people from like seeing other people and like have like ice magic and whatnot? Or just randomly.
Magical rings and ice magic. She starts looking through magical items.
I think she's talking about the Ring of Neverwinter?
Or just
The
winter.
Ring of
That was cool.
Ring of
Arch
Winter.
Winter.
Sorry, I was playing Neverwinter.
Ring of winter.
Because I think we're told the name.
Yeah. Let me see. Actually, let me double check one thing about this. Duplicate that, please. Ring of winter.
If there's like a ring of summer that like tracks down that ring, that'd be great too.
A ring of summer that kills that ring.
That tracks down the ring. of
I
winter.
mean, Mayra, question: can you scry?
Not me.
I can scry.
Yeah.
You can scry an object.
I think you've tried
Doesn't have
that.
a
We
spell?
tried. and
You
it did
tried
not
that,
work.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you found that it was not. It did not work.
Well, didn't we scry on your sister instead, or did we scry on the ring
Yeah,
itself?
but we understood that the ring prevents that entire like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a creature.
She says,
You can do
the
a
ring.
creature or location, but not an object.
Oh,
I'm just trying to think. She says, well, there you can look for. There's a place for. Are you looking for specifically for the magic item? Or are you looking for a way of being able to divine locations of things that are resisting divination? Because those are two different topics.
Ooh, one of us could look at one
Later.
and some do the other.
So later.
The latter one, okay. She says, let's see, to learn about divination and specifically how to avoid or pass by or go through barriers of divination, you can speak to, oh, here we go, Glasha. Glasha, she actually is, she's one of our experts in dreams, and specifically in using dreams as ways of divination, and in ways of kind of getting through certain blocks of divination. And Glasha will be, let's see, we'll put Glasha, let's put her over, oh, let's put her here in this little gold place. All right. Where should we head to? Any other topics you wish to look for?
Oh,
Yes, but no.
topics on how to remove curses.
Ah, curse removal. Yes. Let's see. We will have. You will need to speak to Morella. And
Morella. So we have Dagna,
Dag,
and Mor-
Stag, and Morella.
Stag.
I'll put him in the chat.
Okay, and Morena.
So you have, let's see, Dag, Stag for the Underdark. You have Blasha for Dream Divination, and then Morella for curse removal.
I just already love Glasha.
And let's put her. Morella is gonna be. Let's put Morella over here in this building. All right, where to first then?
We could split and make it faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe, I'm thinking Mayra and Cruz because Cruz is gonna need someone with him with good intelligence to offset,
All right.
him as a person. And I think Alina and I can probably. trunk
So
through-
Dumb and Dumber and Fast and Furious.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, yes. Yanthi looks at Alina and Varen, and she's like, "Well, if you are comfortable going on your own, I will accompany the other two." And she glares at Cruz.
That is a
I'm
great
smiling
idea.
radiantly at
One
her.
more question. I don't know if I don't know if such a thing exists or such a concept exists, but is there an area or some kind of market where novice magicians looking to test their craft sell like prototypes at like a discounted rate?
You're looking for the student shop, the student
I'm
services.
looking for the student shop, yes.
Let's see. Not within the Great Library, but if you were to go to there's the Erudite Outfitters and Clothiers. There's a couple smaller areas for students to sell some of their smaller items that they've experimented on.
Awesome. Thank you. I will be going there at some point. As a
Oh,
warning.
I'll go with you.
Well, first, okay. Well, first go look for your lover boy, and then Alina and I will look for mom, and then we'll
Mom and curse removal. Ianthi, before you leave, in the very smart decision of accompanying Cruz, do you have a little map of the library that we could follow?
Yes, she actually provides you with a kind of an overview of the particular areas that you have chosen to visit. It's not like the whole library because it's just too big and it would be really confusing. But she shows you kind of just how to get there and just an overview of the particular areas that you're going to.
Thank you. You're doing a great job.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name again? Ianthi?
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 Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. That's my bad. You know, old man brain. I forget names. But do you use money here at all? Do we tip you?
You may if you wish. She just kind of fixes her glasses. It's like, if you wish. I mean, there's no requirement, of course, but
I'm gonna give her 100 gold.
you give her 100 gold, and she's just like, "Oh, this is incredibly generous of you. Well, thank you. Yes,
I was
of
gonna
course."
give her like
It's-
1 silver.
It's for the help and for putting up with
That.
We're putting up with what
motions to
exactly?
Cruz.
Thank you. It's most appreciated.
Of course. We value knowledge.
Yes.
At least some of us do. Mara, please don't let him go too crazy.
Should you
I mean,
require?
I let Cruz have rights too. He can do. I trust Cruz to be on his best behavior.
See, the only one of you 3 that loves me.
I'm sorry, who shunted? Who dropped their pin and shunted out of the gate?
Not you.
Well, you're not wrong.
Ianthi says, should you require my services while we are apart, just simply call out my name.
Oh, shit, fancy. Okay, thanks.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you go your separate ways. So, who shall we go with first? Who wants to go first?
We can sandwich it because Adriana and I have two different places to look into.
Mhm. Do we want to do like Underdark?
We can do it in the order that Solani posted it in, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll just do it that way. Make it easy.
All right.
Underdark, Dream Divination, and then Curse Removal.
All right. So,
Easy peasy.
so who's going to Dagstag? Is that Cruz and?
That's
Yeah,
Elite,
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious,
Fast and
Alina,
Furious.
and yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Fast and Furious start heading to the Pink Building to find Dagstag. And as you arrive, like the building is a great big spiral. Each of the spires is like another spiral. And you do see that there are like these little glyphs on the ground that as you watch the other people who are around, you see them step on the glyphs and they teleport up to the next level. There are stairs if necessary, but it's quite a big library, so they have developed means of moving around that does not require constantly running up and down stairs. You head in, and there is a librarian at a desk who looks up as you come in and smiles politely and says, we have some new guests I don't recognize. How can I help you? What are you looking for? And she kind of winks at Ianthi.
Can I insight that? Just
Oh, no, wait, Ianthi's not you. She's with Cruz. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, no.
She doesn't wink at Ianthi.
Hi, I'm Alina. This is my friend Varen. Ianthi sent us over here to
Yes,
find
Ianthi.
Dagstag.
She's very sweet. You're very lucky to have such a good guide.
All right, insight. Are they doing
Give her the gossip.
God.
insight of 16?
16. She very clearly has like a little
A
crush.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's give her the name. Oh, I love this name because it's so ridiculous. Or just like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to say it. It's Pontomedusa. Pontomedusa.
What?
That is her name, Pontomedusa.
Love it, love it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Pontomedusa is the librarian's name.
Yeah.
And she says, "Yes. So how can I help you?"
We're looking for Dagstag.
You see her just kind of go a little bit. Her smile just fades slightly, and she's like, "Oh, of course, of course."
Is he not like?
Oh no, he's here. He's here always. He's over there. If you just go and take that glyph up to the 3rd story, and his office is down that hall.
Is there something we should know about first?
No.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pons Medusa. Lovely name, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good luck.
We'll let Beyonce know you said hi.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you. That would be
Okay.
very appreciated.
Of course. Just elbow Baron.
They're just like,
Okay, we'll take the glyph up to the 3rd floor.
All right, yeah, you head up to the 3rd floor, and you see that between these huge, long stacks of books that are ringing around this whole area, there are these really surprisingly narrow, dark corridors. There's a little bit of lighting from like these little blue flame candles that don't move with like the breeze. But you head down this kind of ominous-looking corridor to the door at the end, which is just a solid dark wood door.
This was like okay, you know what? Just gonna knock.
You knock on it, and the door opens for you, but you don't see anyone beyond it. But you do see that it leads to like another area where you are stepping out on to a sort of a balcony that spirals down another level. And as you peer over the balcony, you see that there is a bald dwarf who is currently looking over some tomes with a pair of small spectacles on his nose, and he just, without even looking up, says, "Yes."
is he downstairs or upstairs?
He's downstairs from you, like one level.
I would like to please take the short way down.
You just jump over. Okay. Alina,
I'm
are
gonna
you
just walk.
you
walk
jump
down.
over, and as you land lightly, it's not like a heavy thump, but you do see his eyes just kind of turn to you. His head doesn't move, but he just kind of eyeballs you as you land and says, "Please refrain from acrobatics in the library. You can
Oh, I'm
use
sorry,
the
th-
stairs."
Those were actually athletics.
Whatever. What can I help you with?
Hi.
Actually, her. She's looking for Underdark stuff.
Oh, and you were just here to entertain me then.
Yeah.
What can I help you with?
Hi, sorry about that. Dagstag, I assume.
That is I. And you are a drow. Interesting. This is the 3rd one I've seen this month.
I keep getting
keep
told
saying
that.
It's a little weird.
It's,
Possibly
yeah.
racist.
Apologies. I meant no
Well,
offense. It just
a
doesn't
lot
happen
of drow
here.
don't come up from the surface. Technically, I'm half drow. I just look full drow. Anyway, have they been asking for something specific? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, you mean the
The drow that have been coming here.
Oh yeah. Well, of course. Are you friends with them, or do you know them?
Work buddies.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right.
Work buddies, right? Can I give her help since I agreed with her?
Sure.
Okay. Thank God. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take the first one, which is an 11. I'm gonna use the inspiration that Shelly D gave me.
Yeah.
15.
15. He just kind of looks at you. He's like, oh, well, okay. Well, yes, of course. Well, you obviously they're looking for the Oh my god, I straight up forgot the name I fucking gave them too.
I'm dropping hints for information. Fuck, I forgot the information.
That is exactly what happened.
That happens to me all
What
the
the hell
time.
did I straight up just forgot them. Yes, of course they're looking for the portal network, information about the portal network, and
Yeah, they mentioned an assignment about that.
Yeah.
They just-
Is it possible that you could give us a copy of the information you've given them as well, just so we're all on the
they
same
never tell
page?
us anything. Like
We're not in the group
communication-
chat. They don't like us.
they don't like
communication
it.
is awful. Let me tell you, if you ever have a boss that refuses to get everyone in the same Slack channel, don't even.
It's horrible.
He says, unfortunately, I'm not aware of what they found. I did guide them in a couple directions, but if they had anything copied, the information would probably be with the scribes, although it is not really, the scribes are not really permitted to give private information like that to other people. But of course, if you're
that's
friends,
fair.
you could always just write to them and find
Would you
out.
be
That's-
able to
That's very true.
point us in the same direction you pointed them, as well as the information that we're looking for?
Of course. So you're looking for information about portals.
Portal Network, yes. I'm also looking for information on, I believe it's a city called Graven Hollow.
Ah,
Yeah, our next assignment.
Yes.
It wasn't on our map actually. We just need to know where it is and what to expect when we get there. It's a relatively new assignment, and we haven't been before, so.
when you say Graven Hollow, you see his eyes just sort of light up, and he says, "Ah, now that is an interesting topic." And he immediately goes
Oh.
over and starts kind of pulling a couple books off the shelf, and he's just like, "This is actually my area of expertise. I've been researching Graven Hollow for." Honestly, since I was a child, like since the
Wow.
I was-
How lucky are we then?
I know
That's amazing.
it is amazing. It's a wonderful topic, and not nearly enough people have an interest in it. It's kind of disappointing.
I suspect that's why we're going, because,
Of
boss
course,
wants information, boss is interested in the research.
yes.
You know, if you'd like, once we go there, we could bring you back some things
Yeah,
if you're
absolutely.
interested.
I'm
he
already
raises his
outside
eyebrow, and he's just like, "You're going to Graven Hollow."
going.
Yes.
I'm already on
That's-
assignment for a couple of contractors to grab them some materials. I'd be happy to add you to the list.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Wait, but I am on contract from other people to get things from the Underdark.
Specifically from Graven Hollow?
That's fair. All right, let's see.
I can't help you with that one. That was all
Sorry,
you.
that's a tight 0. Negative
Oh God.
1 minus 1.
That
Well,
is.
we're,
He says, he kind of narrows his eyes and he's just like, "You have quite the ambitions." Graven Hollow is kind of well, I don't think it's a myth, but many others do. I have reason to believe that it certainly exists. However, the location of it is lost to time, so it's interesting.
Well, it's not on the map.
we're trying to find her. That's
It's not
the.
like Barovia, is it?
Barovia. I'm familiar with Barovia.
Demi-plane of existence. We got stuck there. Wasn't great. Don't
Ah.
go there for vacation.
He starts flipping through the books. And that he's
Two thumbs down. I lived
Two
in a
thumbs down.
scalding review on Yelp.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Karen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's like, where am I looking at there? I need that one. He looks through his books, and you do see that he has quite like a whole like pile of things that he's been taking notes on. And he's just like, yeah, it's not a separate plane of existence. I do believe it's on this plane. It exists somewhere deep in the Underdark, very deep in the earth, but we're not really sure where. But essentially, Graven Hollow is a library that is even more ancient than Candlekeep, and it is my belief that this is a repository of some of the most rarest knowledge in.
That's your interest in.
Makes sense.
Yes,
So
in all of.
I would posit a question. I imagine you have rumors about where the entrance may be. Would you be interested in a map to the entrance by any chance? Should we find it?
He just looks so delighted, and he's just like, I'll be honest, he just looks at you, and he's just like, I mean, the chances that you'll find it are extremely slim, but, you know,
Listen,
should that happen, should you get immensely lucky and manage to find this ancient place,
I moonlight as a cartographer. I pull out my cartography kit.
okay.
If we find what we are all looking for, then I would be happy to come and lend some parchment, perhaps a copy for you.
That would be extraordinary, and that would be definitely worth entrance into Candlekeep to have such rare knowledge like that.
Oh, certainly.
And Dagstag, if anybody else comes asking about us or any information, this is more of a personal side project to our work. We don't want other people getting this information and taking credit for
Also,
what we
highly
did.
classified.
Of course. As explorers, you obviously want to make sure that you're credited properly. I understand
Exactly.
completely.
We want to make sure that what we get for you and what we see and find there is given into the proper hands. We don't want to sell anything in like a black market or make money. We're here for the knowledge.
Aaron just keeps a carefully straight face.
I'm talking by myself.
Mhm.
We're here for the knowledge. And I think you're the right person to talk to about that.
I would agree so. Yes. So he starts kind of flipping through his notes, and you see him just kind of muttering under his breath and just starting getting to really overly detailed about some of the stuff where you're just like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'm just gonna smile and nod.
Start going.
Yes. But he says, so Graven Hollow, being that it has not been discovered yet, is most likely going to be very, very deep in the Underdark. And the deepest places that we are aware of, as far as things that have already been mapped to an extent, not fully, obviously, would have to be the labyrinth. Of course, that is also a very challenging place to go,
right
as it
nearby
is a
that?
labyrinth. What do you say?
Aren't we right nearby that area?
So
Oh wait,
the,
no.
So the labyrinth is quite massive. That is part of the problem here. It goes quite deep. There are parts of it that dive deep into the earth, and I have reason to believe that there must be somewhere in the labyrinth an entrance into Graven Hollow. I mean, it would be the most likely place. However, it does span approximately 240 miles from north to south and about 120 miles from east to west. So it's quite a large expanse to search.
Dax, I am very determined to find this place, and you could say it's part of my life's work as well. Trying to find part of this. I obviously have not been well informed as you have, as I just recently found out about it and have very personal reasons to go there. So whatever information you can give us, however large and dangerous this place may be, we will go through it.
He's just like, you are quite determined, I can tell. Well, being that this is an impossible task, I suppose an impossible solution might actually be helpful. You should talk to your two friends. They and their research into the portal network, if it turns out to be something viable, that is entirely possible that could help you.
Looking at Ishi's reaction. Yes. Well, if you can at least point us in the same directions you pointed them for the portal network, that would be amazing.
And did they mention where they were going next? If they were making this stop?
I believe they were heading. He kind of racks his brain for a moment. They mentioned something about Skullport.
Okay. Skullport. Okay. Perfect. Great. We'll keep that in mind. So, any and all information that you would be willing to share for us to be able to find Graven Hollow, and then whatever you pointed them to about the portal network, if it'll make this travel easier, then we will take that information as well.
Okay. So he leads you to an area of the library where there's not really information specifically about portals, but he does say that they spend quite a lot of time looking over these tomes here that are about specifically the religions of the Underdark. Perhaps they found something in ancient myths and legends and the religious texts there.
Okay.
So you can search through those books if you wish.
Yeah.
We definitely will. So religious text. I don't have anywhere to write. One
Sacred
second.
text. I got it.
Yes.
Sacred text.
Sacred texts. If you want to look through. So, first question I will have is, how long do you want to spend studying through these books?
So if we got here in the morning, we could probably take half a day, right?
Yeah, I will happily take
half a day. To second.
half a day at least.
Half a day? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me an investigation check.
Alina, how's your investigation? I'm at a
plus 0.
Okay.
Can I
you give me
help?
advantage?
Yeah, can I help Varen?
Sure.
Because I know she's secretly a nerd, even though she doesn't like to talk about it.
All right. Investigation. That's like 25.
25. Yeah, you go flipping through all of these books, and they cover just about every topic imaginable in regards to religions of various different peoples.
We're just like picking up these massive books, and Baron's like flipping through them.
You're just flipping through all of them. But you do come across, I would say, Alina specifically, you are drawn to a tome that is specifically about the worship of Illustre, who is
Illustrate, yeah.
the what was her tome domain again? I always forget what her coverage is. Who is a goddess who is the goddess of beauty, song, dance, and freedom. And make an insight check for me. Alina specifically.
Okay. 12.
12. Okay. With the 12, you
I'll
see.
get my real dice out.
Yeah, you flip open this tome. And you're going through, reading this book, and you kind of feel like you're just getting lost into these stories, and some of them feel just familiar. Some of them are just kind of tales and fables, but you feel like you've heard these before. Varen, you're flipping through a bunch of books, and you see that Alina kind of sits off in a corner, and she's just going through one book through this like almost entire time that you've been there, while you're going through a whole bunch of stuff, and you're just like, what is going on? And she doesn't notice it, but something slips out of the book and kind of falls next to her feet.
I will pick it up and read it. / look at it.
Yeah, you look at it, and you see that it is a little sliver of a note that just says, shrines equals portals.
I kind of nudge Alina with my elbow. Hey, I think I found something.
What?
Fell out of the book. Here.
Oh.
Shrines. I think shrines to this. I look over her shoulder. Goddess
Illustrate. Yeah.
might function as portals.
Okay. That. She's gonna take if you let her take the note from you, kind of fold it and tuck it in her pocket.
I suspect that that's one of our friends from before.
Yeah, if they let any other notes, it might be useful to take them.
Yeah.
I can do a bit more research on her. It's strange. I feel like I've heard these stories before.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can do a bit more research, see what she is, if there's any notable shrines to her in the Underdark.
Yeah. We'll take a look.
Yeah. Sorry, you've been reading a lot, and I've only been reading this one book.
Honestly, I haven't gotten much. It's I've just been getting a lot of information about the texture of the grass.
I would say that you find some interesting information about the fungi down there too.
Okay. So like it'll help me look for my shopping list.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get a copy of this book made as well. From the scribes.
Okay.
She's gonna put
We'll
that
see if we
under
can put a
her.
rush order on it.
What?
We'll see if we can put a rush order on it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind paying more than I need to. Gotta spend that money somehow.
Yeah.
But let's keep looking through these books. I think we'll see what we can find, and then
And then
after
we can
today
go
or
look at
another day, we'll look at
curses.
the curses. Yeah.
Cool. And I think that we will take a break. So we're going to take a quick little 10-minute break, and we shall be right back. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Welcome
knowledge.
back. All right, so let's go over to let's see, go Mira. Well, Mira and Cruz, you guys are both together.
Yeah.
All right, so Mira and Cruz being accompanied by Ianthe. So, what do you want to look at first?
This is your show, kid.
It's my show? Okay. Well, as the dreams and divination pretty convenient.
Yes. Okay, let's go see. She leads you over to what was it, the gold building, to go meet with Glasha. And when you arrive, this whole building is so beautiful inside. It is a dome with a beautiful, like, what are they called? You know when they have, like, the astrology, like, things, like, they have, like, the constellations and they have the drawings around it?
Like a planetarium?
Kind of, except, except it's more like the artwork, because they show, like, the constellations and they show, like, the artwork of, like, the drawings around them, like, the, of the horoscopes.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I'll have to show you pictures of it. But like, it's really, really pretty.
Really pretty thing.
It's really pretty, yeah. And it's like a really deep blue ceiling with like the gold detailing. It's very, very lovely. Yeah.
Well, it sounds nice. It sounds nice.
It is. It's very, very lovely. And you see the books inside are kind of in concentric circles, going kind of concentric circles that kind of go down level by level and get like smaller as you go down. But you arrive at the lowest level, and you are guided to Glasha, who is she's an orc librarian. And when you arrive, Glasha, she has like deep green skin and very beautiful piercing gold eyes, and these tusks that are like detailed with like gold inlay.
Ooh, okay, Glasha.
Yeah.
She's a baddie, okay.
You arrive and she just greets you both with a smile, and she says, "Yes, what can I help you with? We have new visitors."
Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're the
Thank you.
right.
Thank you.
I'm looking for like dream divination kind of stuff.
Ah, what are you looking to divine through dreams?
Well,
Like I have like a sister that's kind of missing. Like, missing, not missing, who knows? And I was hoping if I could like I spy her, not like on the outside, but like in her head maybe. Like that.
Yes, and she kind of goes on and starts describing the importance of dreams and how they can be used to see things and reveal things about ourselves as well as the world that the waking minds cannot see. And they can be used to pierce the veil of divination from the... and she just goes off on this whole tangent, and like you're just like, yeah, okay. But she leads you over to a area of books that you can flip through and find some interesting things about divination. So go ahead and make an investigation check for me. See what you managed to find.
I love being the rogue that I am, so I'm just gonna be talented no matter what. 24.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find any really cool book names here. Oh yes, so you find one called Guardians of the Stars, and this book talks about basically how you can use dreams to kind of astral project into other planes of existence, and be able to see things or witness things, not just present but past and future, that you otherwise would not be able to see. And it details just kind of the different ways that you can kind of enhance your dream ability with like crystals and potions, and it has like a whole bunch of details of things that you can try. It is very much your standard new agey kind of new agey thing.
I was about to say, I was like, I have a book just like that.
Yes, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So you do find that information. All right. And after that, you're going to go look about information for curse removal crews.
Curse removal.
I'm going to go over and speak to Morella. Morella, who's over on the opposite end of the Great Library. And you go, and this part of the library actually does not go up; it goes down, deep into the cliff that, or like the, yeah, I guess like the cliff or the mesa that this library is built on. And you are led to a part of the library that almost looks kind of like a dungeon that may have been converted into a library. It has a very sort of stale smell to it, but it's not as dirty as a dungeon. Like, there's not like, everything is very well kept, but it's just old and worn. And eventually you do meet Morella, who, did I say, let's see, what race have we not done?
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra. Okay, Morella is an Aarakocra. Which is kind of weird, seeing Aarakocra would be like working down here in this dark, dank place. But you arrive, and oh my gosh, okay, you know who I'm thinking that she looks like? Is the secretary bird from Agutsuko?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Just you see this very prim and proper looking Aarakocra who is going amongst these tomes and just sort of flipping through and checking them for their condition. And when you arrive, Morella greets you and says, we don't get many people down here too often beneath the Candlekeep. What can I help you with?
Well, we have a curse. Excuse me. We are looking into information about curses and lifting curses that may or may not have been placed by demigoddesses. Or, maybe not even demigoddesses, just very powerful magical beings.
Very powerful magical curse indeed. And she kind of looks at you and she's just like, are you the person who is cursed?
That's actually really personal. I don't really think you should be asking.
You're absolutely right. My apologies. I was just curious. Let's see. Curses. And she kind of looks around and says, follow me. And she leads you through kind of these labyrinthine dungeons to this area where it opens up. And the first thing that you notice, which is really weird, is that there is a ghost of a serpentine dragon that is currently winding its way through this area. And you're kind of startled because it passes in front of you, this massive body, but is translucent. Like, you can see through it and it's almost not there. And she just kind of stops you and she's like, give it a moment. And you kind of wait there as if you were waiting at a train stop, just waiting for the train to pass. And it takes a few moments because it's a very large serpent. But eventually you try to reach out and stop, and she just kind of shuffles your hand back. She's like, no, please don't disturb Miriam.
Who is Miriam?
It's like the dragons in Breath of the Wild. Just like touch it, you immediately die.
Miriam is actually the spirit or ghost of a dragon that broke into Candlekeep ages ago. It was slain, of course, but now was remade into a sentinel worm that kind of protects some of the tomes down here in the depths. You'll be fine. Just don't disturb Miriam.
What is, excuse me, I'm so sorry. What is Miriam protecting them from exactly? Like, is there like a specific underground danger here, or is he just kind of general protection?
Who's the top offensive? You didn't share your secrets with her.
Yeah, she says, the tomes are being protected, and being that Miriam broke in here to try to steal them, those guardians that came before decided to have Miriam be the guard against any other potential intruders who tried to steal from the Candlekeep.
So let me, I mean, just to really put it in relief here, you chose the guy who failed to infiltrate fully, who got killed by your guys to guard your shit. I mean, you know, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm just curious if that's how you say it.
She's just like looks at you and she's just like, it's not a. Well, I mean, well, if we put it that way. And then she's just like, so anyway, we're looking at curses. And she goes down and she leads you to an area that has some information about curses and the nature of different kinds and different ways and of potentially countering them. So go ahead and make me an investigation check to see what you find.
Mamma mia.
I mean, do you want me to do a cruise?
Can she do it if I already did it?
It's up to you if you want to.
I'd like Mira to do it.
Cruz, you're just like squinting. You're just like, the text is really small on these
like, I'm
books.
sorry. They're making books different from how they used to be. I don't know.
We did to get your reading classes, you know. Contact these days do not work the same. That's all. 29.
29. Yes, so you do find some general information of how to break curses. So with curses that are as powerful, like some curses can be broken by powerful magic, but for something that was potentially done by a god, you find that there's not really an easy way to break those outside of finding another god to counter it, essentially. If it's by someone who's like a more of a demigod status, a lower status, you could try destroying them. Some heroes have done so, and that works, but that's not always easy.
They're a full goddess, by the way.
Yes, but defeating the person who put the curse on you or on whoever is a possible way of doing that. However, in the case of something more powerful than that, you would have to get another god to try and counter that, because ordinary magic or something like a wish spell that would essentially be beseeching another powerful entity or a powerful god to break that curse. God curses are not easy to break.
I'm writing that one down. I'm ancestor.
Maybe you could like play a pan flute to the god and, you know, use like a horn, like.
You want me to dance like a monkey to gain favor from a god?
And then you could like soothe it, be like, crop, 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 help us to see the curse. Something like that. You know, you really have the cruise. You can do anything, you know, like, it's, you know, we could do this. We could help Alina. We could do anything we put our mind to.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We are going to. I can just commune with a god. It's gonna be fine. I'll convince them, like, hey, you know, we're super cool. Just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Just do the solid for us. You know, you don't even have to like be our warlock patron. Just do like a solid, one solid.
Yeah, take
One
your
solid.
money maker. Ask them, can you pay our bills? We can do anything. We're smart.
We're smart. We're smart. We're smart.
All right. You spend the better part of the day doing your research, and as night falls, you hear the bells toll, and Yanthi collects the two of you and goes and collects the others and says, yes, once the let's say 8 p.m. is curfew, so it's time for you to return back to the House of Rest for the day's end. Should you be staying, or should you be here tomorrow and you wish to have anything copied, you can go to the House of the Binders. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
We want to exchange notes.
You're most
I'm getting
welcome.
this book copy on Illustrae, so I should go do that. Apparently, other drow have been here looking for a portal network throughout the Underdark.
Are they friendly?
Probably more of a shrine portal network then.
Yeah, it seems that this portal network could be based on the shrines to illustrate. But fun fact, Graven Hollow, people don't know if it's real or not. Love it, right?
So it's like Atlantis.
Yeah, whatever that is. It's like it's a library much older than this one that holds ancient knowledge, apparently. And they think who we talked to, they think there might be an entryway to it through the labyrinth, which spans over 200 miles.
You think we could like scry on it?
That's a good
The
question.
labyrinth?
I think we have to be like familiar with it.
I mean, do we?
Yeah, Cruz. What's the?
What are we scrying on?
Because like, I know you can scry on a location, but does that have to be a location you've seen before?
Well, let me bring up my spell list.
It is you have seen before, so never mind.
Okay.
And we sure have not seen it.
There you go.
Does,
Unless-
What if somebody magically
we know
shows it to
if-
me? Does that count?
Uncle
That doesn't feel like it
name?
counts.
What's Alina's uncle's name? I forgot.
Jarlaxle?
Jarlaxle? Uncle Jar
Uncle
Jar?
Jar Jar. There you go.
Uncle Jar Jar.
What's
Do
he
you
got
think
to do
Uncle
with
Jar
this?
Jar still has like the legend thingy that we found in Waterdeep?
The
Oh,
Legend
the
Lord
Legend
shield?
Lord Stone? Oh,
Oh my
shit.
God. What happened with that?
Oh, the
You
Stone of
gave it
Galore,
to
was
him.
We did give it to
We
him.
did give that shit to him.
Do
You
you
said
think,
there's
we
like,
could ask
there could be
him
a lot
to
of money
ask
in the city. We don't want it.
You want to use the Stone of Galore to learn something?
About Graven Hollow, that would make sense. Or we could buy a Legend Lord spell scroll.
Oh, we could buy a legend. We could probably
Yeah, I mean,
do that more
we
easily.
probably could
and
here,
quicker.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used that stone. I smelled really bad while I was
That's
using
right.
it.
You, like the whole time you're just like, I don't want a stone. It makes me stink. I don't want to stink.
No.
A stinky baby.
All right.
So-
What is the plan for the rest of the evening? You doing anything? Go into the
Alina's
bathhouse.
Alina's going to drop the book on Illustrate off, like her stories and stuff like that.
You can do that. You can do
scribes.
that the next day. Like,
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know if the other drow are like cool, like friendly?
I mean, are they still here?
no, they left. You find out they left weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah. They.
I mean, I guess we could ask the staff if they were cool.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't understand why they would be looking for a portal network, but I'm not sure.
Man,
There's
Well, I
something.
get- maybe I'll
Clues
ask
to, like,
around
lie. Yeah,
Maybe.
you're friendly.
Yeah, I'm friendly.
Yeah, you're a little too friendly sometimes.
All right. All right. I
Yeah,
can be
With
mean.
your uncle. What?
I mean, what?
You're just
We
not
are friendly
saying
to
that.
who we want to be friendly to, and that's a matter of discretion.
Um,
I'll be fake
I'm
friendly.
gonna go take a bath in the bathhouse.
All right, you go and have a nice, relaxing bath there. Cruz, go ahead and make a investigation check to see if you manage to find any information.
My investigation is so ass.
You want help?
Oh, it's 18.
Nice. Yeah, you hang out in the hearth and you're just asking around and about some of the people who've been here before. And yeah, you speak to some of the staff and they let you know the drow that were here before. Yes, they were very polite.
Okay,
When they killed our pens.
did they mention
That's
anything
a little
about
racist.
why they were here? Perhaps.
I'll say the waitress is just kind of like, no, I didn't ask. I mean, generally everybody here is looking for knowledge, of course, but I don't usually get to dig into too much detail.
You just kind of let them come, let them go.
Well, if they're here, they're
tourists.
here for a reason, and they obviously wouldn't be able to get inside without having the proper payments, so I assume they're on the up and up.
You assume on it? I mean, that's a big assumption to make.
I
girl,
will
You
say that the gentleman was quite handsome.
know. Ooh,
I mean, his
okay.
sister too. She was beautiful as well, but he was quite Yeah.
Was he
Tell me about
bald?
that.
Was it my uncle?
No, he was not bald. He had very short hair though.
Okay, did you happen to get a name per chance? You know.
She thinks for a second and she's like, no, I didn't actually get his name. And she kind of blushes a little bit and she's just like, I got a little shy, honestly.
Oh, that's all right, sweetheart. Maybe you'll come back around sometime.
All right, what's Varen and Mira doing this evening?
Oh, Varen will mention that Smorgasbord said hi.
Smorgasbord.
Something Medusa. Porky Medusa.
Ponta Medusa. You tell it to Ianthe. Ianthe smiles and she's like, "Oh, that's very nice."
Oh.
Ouch.
I don't think she knows.
What?
I thought she was like,
Ianthe,
poor girl.
in line.
Poor girl.
Ianthe probably. You get the impression that she is not aware that there's someone who has a crush on her.
You should send her flowers.
Ianthe's just like, for what?
Oh, you mean like flowers, like as in love? Are
Yes.
you saying that this person that you met has a huge crush on her?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Matchmaking. You want to?
Ianthe just looks completely blank, like she does not understand what you're insinuating at all. She's like, okay,
You like girls?
Yeah.
Of course, they're very pleasant.
Do you like
Send the
holding
girl
hands with
flowers. She likes you.
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, I try to be polite to everyone.
Romantically.
I think when you
Gotta be
scream that,
polite to everyone.
you see her face just get slightly more red, and she's like, "So, you have a lovely evening, and I will be here tomorrow if you require more assistance." Okay, thank you. Bye. And she runs out.
Do you think we
Oh
should
my
follow her
God.
and like help her plan a date?
Oh my god.
Like,
What do you think?
true
Two
love.
roses?
I mean, I think that was perfect. In fact,
Thank you.
I think we literally should have like a whole banner saying, "You guys are meant for each other."
Oh my
I can get the
God.
ring. You can
Oh,
start the wedding.
Mira.
We're gonna
I'm
do a
just
high
saying, we're
school
on something.
promposal for them.
Yes.
Oh god.
We're gonna do the kiss the girl scene. That's what it is.
You're out here just I guess I was gonna say ruining lives, but if it works out, I mean, it's not.
I haven't done it yet, you know.
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
they are awkward around each other for the rest of their careers.
They'll get
Yeah,
over
but-
it. It's fine.
They can just. This library is huge. They'll never see.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They're like never gonna see. I want to check out the amateur hour shop.
The amateur
Oh, yeah.
hour shop. You can do that the next day. I would say at this point in the evening, it's probably closed.
Curfew at 8,
Oh, yeah.
everything's closed.
All right, so you all retire for the night in your amazingly lavish quarters and have a lovely night's sleep.
Or do we?
Or do you?
don't
So,
know.
Well, the hags are dead, so
Alina,
You just have to say the hags are dead.
you go to your room and find there's a hag there. No, just kidding.
Shit.
Yeah,
You stole my thing.
you lay down and rest, and your mind is just kind of whirling for a while, and you don't think that you can get any sleep. But at some point, you do sleep off into a very deep, deep to everybody else. Like you don't feel like you're sleeping per se.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like your mind is still going, but you are asleep to everyone else. At first, the dream starts off rough. It's a dream that we've had many times. And honestly, you haven't had it in a while. And so when it starts to kind of come back, you kind of feel yourself tensing up and almost kind of having a little bit of a panic attack because you are back in the cage again. And this used to be a dream that you had a lot, but pretty much since defeating the Castellanters, you haven't had that dream again until now. But then you recall the moment that you connected to something. You called it the chain breaker. You believed it to be some sort of god or spirit or something that helped give you the strength to break out of your bonds. And you find yourself freeing yourself again and connecting to this entity and being thankful and grateful for it. And in your mind comes the entity, which is kind of like this dark force, starts to take shape. And you see the shape of a beautiful drow woman who is dancing in the moonlight. I'll show pictures to other people.
Understand now.
I'm trying to be serious, and then Ishi and
Yes.
Amy are just
going. It's a rave going on in your mind. But yes, you see this beautiful drow woman, and she takes your hand, and there's immeasurable warmth that just fills your body, and it's almost like she gives you the feeling of true freedom. And you wake up the next morning very well rested, like surprisingly so. Like you don't really remember feeling this rested before. But you do notice a slight, like, not really an ache, but just kind of a tinge coming from your tattoo. And as you take a look at it, you see that ever so faintly it is glowing, but it fades after a few seconds.
okay. She just sits in bed for a while and reminisces about the dream and who she had called Chainbreaker, and also what the tattoo artist had said about her tattoo connecting to the Underdark. She kind of like mindlessly presses her hand against it and gives a very long sigh before getting out of bed and just getting ready for the day. She has a new goal in mind with how well she's rested. She gets ready, goes downstairs, eats breakfast. If the others aren't awake before she's done, she's just gonna go to the library herself.
I've been awake for multiple hours.
Oh, okay.
Mira, before you rest, do you attempt any of the rituals or anything that you find in that book?
There were rituals?
In her book about dreams and stuff like that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely tried that out.
You definitely try that out. Okay, go ahead and make me either Arcana or Religion, whichever is better for you.
It's gonna be Arcana because I don't know shit about religion. 11?
11. Okay. Yeah. So you attempt this ritual. You don't have any materials that really like match anything in the books, but you're still gonna sit there and you're gonna meditate and you're gonna try and do what it tells you to, and you lay down to sleep for the evening, and you have just a lot of really weird dreams. Like nothing really kind of makes sense. You're just kind of all over the place. You see Seether riding a giant owlbear, and then you see it diving into the ocean, and he turns into a mermaid, and you're just like, what is going on? But eventually, like everything sort of just starts to coalesce, and you find yourself sort of gliding through the air into a place that is covered in snow. and you dive into the snow almost as easy as you dive into the water, and go deep into the earth, and you kind of go through this area where you feel like it's almost like the Underdark, but then like it's all icy, and then you come up into a massive city that is kind of looks like it's like tilted and looks like it doesn't really make kind of like what's it called? I'm thinking like Cthulhu-esque, like the non-Euclidean, where like nothing really makes sense, and it's
Lovecraftian?
yeah, or Lovecraftian, where like nothing really makes sense. It all just kind of looks warped and weird. But you enter into the city, and you see there at the center of the city, on the top of this tall spire, is this throne made of ice, and you see your sister sitting there. And you approach, and her eyes open and look directly at you. And her eyes are glowing blue. And a voice comes out of her that is not your sister's. And she is just like, "Who invades my domain?" And then you wake up.
Yikes. No, thank you.
That was really weird. My sister doesn't sound like that, so obviously I ate something really bad last night. Eee, eee. I need to like go to the bathroom. Like I need something warm, something comforting. That's scary. Oh no. I guess so. I don't know. Is everyone else awake? I'm gonna wake up.
I will say, yeah.
Cruz.
Cruz is probably the one who sleeps in the longest.
Yeah. The rest of us are awake.
I've just been awake for hours. I'm just like, okay.
I'm just in bed. I'm not asleep. I'm just chilling.
You were
Oh
just.
my God, you guys, Cruz is dead. He's not free.
Oh my god.
Just slap him awake.
When he's already awake.
Wake up, Cruz.
Oops, I thought you were asleep. Sorry, Dad.
I'm up. I've been up this whole time. Good morning.
Everyone stay warm. Something scary is happening.
We can barely see
She'll
Rihanna
tell him
be
her
real.
dream.
What?
How's everyone doing this morning?
Awful.
I'm fine. How are
We're
you?
different than usual.
How
I'm
is
really
she?
well rested, but also I have a lot of questions in my head.
Yeah, I feel you.
So,
So, we're gonna be here for. If you want to copy your book, that's what, a week?
Yeah, I think I need to do a bit more research into Illustrate?
Illustrator?
Oh, the
Illustrator. The drow goddess,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I think I saw her in my dream last night.
Oh, you
Yeah,
saw
she's
her in
pretty
your
hot.
dream last night.
More like she visited me.
She visited you.
What'd she say?
Nothing. She just danced
Oh.
in a lake.
Okay.
And
Not
I-
like that.
I'm
Dirty-minded people.
I look
She
up and I'm
danced
just
in a
like,
lake in a
see.
platonic way.
She was very beautiful, and
okay.
she gave
so,
this sense of like complete freedom.
Well, that would explain why you recognize those songs. Isn't
Yeah.
she your person?
What?
She's your person, right?
My person?
Like your deity.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't know it was her. I kind of just called them Shanebreaker.
That certainly explains why you know the songs then.
Let's explain that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a bit more digging into her, especially if this portal network it has to do with her
Has to do
temples
with her.
and could get us to this through the labyrinth faster and quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Do you mind if I tag along? I just wanna.
No.
knowing.
I like studying with you.
Aw.
Girls, quick question.
Quick
Yeah.
answer.
Do these portals that y'all are talking about, do they connect to the shrines, or do they connect to like another place outside of here?
That's a great question.
What I assume is that the portal network is from shrine to shrine, and it takes you all over the Underdark wherever the shrines are.
Okay, just making sure, just clarifying.
Or just around the library or labyrinth, honestly. But yeah.
It's possible that they also take you into the labyrinth or the library. That's what we're gonna keep looking for answers for those. I'm gonna look up a bit more on her, possibly the labyrinth as well, if we
Yeah.
can find anything.
See if we can figure out what on earth we're getting into.
Yeah. And yeah.
All right. So over the next few days, you go and get your book copied for how much did they say? They say 100 gold.
I think
100
we said
gold.
100 gold. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been 100 gold
Awesome,
to get your book copied, and you spend more time researching about Illustre. So you find out, going through a few of the other books, you go through a lot of history books. And the history books about the Drow are kind of a little bit all over the place, because a lot of it is not necessarily written by Drow themselves, or if they have been, they're only piecemeal, because a lot of the stuff you find that there's, especially talking to the librarian, there's quite a lot of knowledge specifically about the Drow that does not have to do with Loth, that was destroyed by followers of Loth. So there's quite a lot of missing stuff, but you do piece together that around the time when Loth came to basically take over Menzoberranzan and essentially conquer the Underdark, there were many those who resisted and had to flee the Underdark. Many of whom were worshippers of Illustre, as well as worshippers of other gods. You know that there were like secret organizations that they formed to try and help and essentially help other refugees escape Menzoberranzan and the influences of Loth through the Underdark. Some of them were called moon dancers or night shadows, but they were mainly worshippers of Illustre who basically were just there trying to help other people escape.
Okay.
And you do learn in this book that there were numerous shrines to Illustre all throughout the Underdark, but quite a few of them were understandably destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any information that we got about the labyrinth?
The labyrinth.
Or how to activate the portals.
You don't find any information about specifically how to activate the portals. Let's see, as far as the labyrinth goes, though, the labyrinth is basically a very general name for a vast land that has numerous different landscapes in it. It's basically called the labyrinth because you can get lost in there and never find your way out. Some of the most notable places that you do just learn a little bit about, there is a place called the Adamantine Tower. That is a tower that is, let's see.
Adamantine?
Well, they're called the Adamantine Tower. We're not really sure if it's actually made of adamantine. You'd have to actually go there. But it is a place that is said to be housing creatures of darkness, which is kind of really vague.
Aesthetic, I love it.
There are known to be minotaurs that wander the labyrinth, because of course you have to have
That was the next
minotaurs.
question.
Of course, you have to have minotaurs and labyrinths.
You,
Or the
abs-
CCI.
you absolutely have to have those.
If there's a Minotaur, I want a Theseus.
We are Theseus.
Shit!
Oh shit!
Oh, beans!
but there is a particular part of the the labyrinth that minotaurs are known to wander, which is called the Spiral of the Horned King.
The what?
The Spiral of the Horned King.
That's sexy.
I'm loving Issue's like a fate's journey.
It's been such a great day today, y'all. I love a good Horned King.
You also learn that there is an interesting place potentially that is somewhere far deepest in the labyrinth called the Maze Engine.
Guess where we're going.
Which is supposedly has something to do with these creatures called Modrons that supposedly got lost in the labyrinth ages ago. They're from another plane, but were lost in this labyrinth searching and basically stuck there and to wander around for
Good scrubs.
the rest of their lives.
Now this is important. Are their lives short or long?
Let me see.
Like, should we expect them to actually get good, or like
Actually get good.
are they just sad? Are they just sad and lost constantly?
Hang on, I'm just reading this real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hello.
Um,
My
If-
internal clock is fucking out of whack.
if this library, Graven Hollow, is in the deepest parts of the Underdark, then it would make sense to go to the engine room.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Maze Engine. Yeah,
Yeah, the maze
But
engine.
we're gonna need a.
Has
maze
anybody
runner.
been there in a while? I mean, do people travel to the labyrinth?
I assume
No.
not often.
No. I don't know how long Modrons live. Yeah.
From player knowledge, I believe Modrons are constructs.
Yeah, so I guess they just continue unless they get destroyed.
They just continue until unless they get crushed or fall apart or something like that.
Okay. So basically forever. Okay.
Yeah, Modrons are constructs, so forever.
Any other information that you're looking for?
Common denizens and their weaknesses / strengths.
Okay, make a investigation check for me.
Okay. That will be a tidy 25.
Yeah, so there is quite a extensive list of various things that can exist down there. Everything from intelligent beings like Dro, like Dro or Durgar, the dark gnomes whose name I can't say.
This Niflin?
Yeah, sure. Them, yes, as well as
I don't know if I said that right. Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
as well as the, what are they called? They are called Myconids.
Underdwarfs. What?
Myconids.
Okay.
Myconids.
Myconids.
Yes.
Isn't that the little guy that I fucking yeeted off a cliff in in Gutschult?
I don't know.
The
They were-
mushroom people?
Yeah, I can't remember if those were mushroom people or not,
Oh,
but yes, I remember that.
I
No,
remember those. They're adorable.
they stole the frog guy's kid, and we're
Yeah.
gonna throw him off a cliff. So I threw them off a cliff and took the
Yes.
kid back.
Oh my god, I remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember what those guys
I
were.
think those are myconids.
They were they were some kind of plant creature, so
Yeah.
similar to them. Yeah, they have all
Fucking
those.
needed
You
them.
have, oh my god, I am just blanking on names right now. There's
To be fair, there are a lot of weird names going on.
there are a lot of weird
In the dark.
stuff, and there are your typical beasts, ants, beetles, all sorts of Underdark variations of those.
The idea is basically just to get an idea of what to prepare for and know what like things like don't use fire, that kind of thing.
I think that you would learn well enough that there's quite a lot of poisonous things.
Oh no, so sad.
For
Shut the
you,
fuck
maybe, like not everybody else. There's
I know,
poisonous
I
things
know.
and possibly acidic things. Some things may be sensitive to sunlight.
Sun sword, ha!
You do have a sun sword. That is so freaking useful. And
Solani regrets letting me keep that throughout campaign.
no, it's funny because I'm running like Chris Stride, like 2 other campaigns, and like I actually like had to like convince them to actually go after the sun sword because they're just like, is this even worth it? And like, dude, my player has been using the sun sword since day 1 almost,
True.
and has
It's
never
definitely
stopped.
fucking worth it, let me tell you.
And has not let that go. You do also find that there's like there is something called Aramikos, which is essentially a it's basically a giant fungal being that spans a huge amount of the Underdark, about southeast of the Dark Lake.
Wait. So it's like a single organism that's just really fucking big.
Essentially, or like
Oh, it's like Eberron and Kyber.
Yes.
I think of it almost like coral. It's like one
Okay.
big thing, but it's a fungi that spans a whole.
At least we
big-
know we can take him to parties, you know?
Squishy giant friend.
Y'all are gonna get
It'll
so
catch ya.
high. It's gonna be great.
It's the quenchiest.
And
It's
she
the
is.
clinchiest.
Will it quench us though? Is the question.
Will it clinch us? God. Let's see, what else do you find? You got all that fun stuff. You do learn of the Silken Paths, which are essentially different areas of the Underdark that have paths that are woven from spider webs that are used for travel by by spiders as well as some drow.
Like big spiders or drider?
Are we talking like drow on spiders or drow and spiders or both?
Oh, both.
Driders?
Both, all of the
Perfect.
All
above.
of the above.
I love it. I love it.
So
all
wait,
of
are driders cool or are they not cool?
Driders?
It depends on whose side you are.
yeah, because Alina's mom was turned into a Drider as a curse.
Mhm.
Yeah, for us, striders are not cool.
But,
For them,
but some
driders are
people
pretty
do want to be driders.
For the most part, it is not really something that is wanted. They are shunned by Drow society, at least in Men's and Browns, and they are.
Okay, just curious.
And they are really scary.
But it's kind of
That's my mom you're talking about, okay?
Yeah, that's her mom you're talking about. Have some respect.
Put some
I don't-
respect on her name.
I don't
Put some
do
respect
that.
on driders. They are literally drow spiders.
They are quite cool,
They are quite cool, I'm not gonna lie.
but they're also scary.
They're also really scary.
I
wouldn't
made
bring
a-
anyone.
Fun fact, sorry, I know this is not due to this game, but there's a Drider seamstress in my homebrew world.
That's awesome.
That's cute.
That's really
Very
cute.
there's actually a Japanese folk tale about a spider who basically works in textiles. It's really cool.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
cute.
love that.
It's a story about why the word for cloud, I think, and the word for spider are the same.
Oh.
Aw. All right.
I don't remember the exact, but it's very cool.
After a few days of doing some more research and learning more things, a letter arrives for you, Alina.
Oh, shit.
A paper
okay.
bird that has come a long way. Paper birds can only move like 60 feet or 60 speed.
I think it's like 5. It's a few miles
Yeah.
per hour actually. Oh, okay.
This paper bird is exhausted
Oh,
and
I'm
has-
sorry, buddy.
and has finally reached you, but it is a letter from your uncle. Finally responding to your freaking per my last letter.
Per my last letter. I forgot I did that.
There is a letter for you. If you would read it for me, please, then it would be great.
Yeah, okay, let's see. My dearest niece, I hope this letter finds you well. Per your request, I have done some research and can provide you with information to help you achieve your goal. But they do require you to take a trip to Skullport, a wretched hive of villainy beneath your fine city. There's rumor of a secret tunnel entrance in the depths of the yawning portal. A pair of twins named Fair and Nim Yontir are currently excavating an ancient shrine in Skullport. I think I found out who our drill friends are. Rumor has it that they have recently made a discovery that could revolutionize Underdark travel. If you're charming enough, you might be able to convince them to share what they know. Be cautious, there's rumor of a powerful disruption in the Underdark. If you can find the nature of it in your journeys, I would be grateful for the information. I wish you luck in finding what you seek, your uncle Drillaxel. We got information, yeah.
Well, the good news is I was going to go to Skullport anyway at some point, so this worked
Yeah.
out perfectly.
I was like, hey, Baron, we're going to Skullport.
Oh, I actually have some errands to do there. Yeah, perfect.
Alina will explain the letter, say, okay, so those two people that were coming over, twins apparently, very attractive apparently.
Okay.
They're actually doing a excavation on ancient shrines in Skullport, which I'm assuming is what we're also looking for to travel easier.
Well,
apparently there's a secret entrance to Skullport in the yawning portal somewhere.
Oh, wow. Okay. That works out incredibly conveniently.
Right?
Almost suspiciously so, but yes.
Uncle said, and she looks at a Cruz, if we are charming enough,
I don't know
we
who.
can convince them to share their findings with us. Listen, you may be old, but you still got it.
As long as you know.
I think that's an
Everybody likes the silver fox.
Oh.
You don't have to keep flattering me. You really don't. I was already gonna come anyway.
Well, I knew you were gonna tag along.
Oh. I could have had something else to do.
Did you have something else to do?
No.
Someone, actually. Except his someone is also in the Underdark, so you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
So
he gets somber for the very first.
Also, shout out to our Zoom names.
Oh my gosh. So we have books, exclamation point, huge long stack of books, barn polar owlbear, and illustrate hippie queen. Oh yes.
So we have to go back to Waterdeep.
Yep.
Oh, didn't we want to hit up the what's it called? The Wizard Kids shops?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whiz Kids.
Whiz Kids.
Yes. Light.
Oh my gosh, Whiz Kids. Okay, so what do you? Yeah, you go to this Wizard Kids shop, and what are you looking for?
So basically,
are you looking to sell?
I'm looking for whatever weird shit those kids came up with that like they want to test out or sell. Like it doesn't have to be like, here's a wand of fireball, it will work every single time. Like I am assuming that there will be an element of wild magic here because like they're students, but I'm basically looking for like here, I think this is what I made. I don't know if it'll work, but that'll be 10 gold. Like, you know.
Oh my god.
Instead of the normal 50. Like this is practice, but we want it to be useful.
That's so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you basically go to their science fair.
Exactly. I go to the science fair and I buy the weirdest shit.
I
want to support these kids, and by support these kids, I mean commit some murder with very unpredictable weapons.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Okay.
What kind of interesting things that you find?
Mara, help. Will you help?
Yes, I'll help.
Yes.
Can I also investigate? Because I want Whiz Kid stuff.
24.
24. Yes. Go ahead, Cruz.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay. Anybody else investigating?
I'll investigate. Let's do some Whiz Kids. Okay, 12 plus 14, 22.
Oh my god.
22. All right. So, yeah, you're going through all of these different things and finding different things. Finding some really, there's like there's a potato battery, and then there's like the volcano. Let's see. There is one person who has like a little white candle that she's currently like carving things into, and she comes up and you're just like, would you like to check out my special my candle of visions, I call it.
Is it weed? Is it LSD? Is it acid?
I don't know
Like,
what
what
that
kind
is.
of-
None of those are candles.
None of those are candles.
You never know what's in the vapor. But yes, we do.
So basically, let's see. If you light the candle and focus on it for a time, you should be able to cast a spell with it. Augury specifically.
Okay.
Theoretically, it should work.
Theoretically.
Has anything catastrophic happened when it hasn't?
Catastrophic? No. I mean, you have nightmares for a while, but like it's not really catastrophic. I wouldn't call it that.
How long would you call a while?
I mean, I had it for like a week, so it wasn't too long.
How much you selling for?
How much you got?
Fuck. Here's the thing. In Pathfinder, there's a great skill called appraise that no one ever fucking uses. What relevant appraisal check can I get an idea of to get an idea of the approximate value? How many uses is this candle, by the way?
Or
Or is it an ever burning candle that has infinite uses or charges?
I doubt she's skillful enough to create something that's ever burning. Shuts after burning. You can use it until it burns for a total of 1 hour.
How long does it take to cast an augury spell?
Oh wait, no, hang on, sorry. No, it is single use. It is single use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, about how much do I think a single augury spell is worth?
Let me see.
So sorry that I'm like this.
Oh my gosh.
It'd probably be like a little less than the spell scroll.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll probably be a lot less than Scroll Scroller, honestly. Let's be honest. Yeah, that's the second level. I will say, I don't know, like, she's like 10 gold?
It's yours.
That's a steal.
I mean, it's mine. I mean, it's just take the money.
20 gold? She's handing it
You
over.
already said 10, kid. Don't
I was
try
like,
and get smart with us.
Oh, all right.
I'm just
Here.
like, here's what you want to do. As I hand her 12.
I was like, oh, awesome. Thank you.
Here's what you want to do. Take your price that you want, add on a third to a half on it, and then make your actual price look like a bargain.
So 10 would be...
So make it 13 or 15. Then I would say 7, trying to haggle you way down. And then you'd compromise at 10 for next time.
Oh, okay. So you go high, then
Yes.
you go low.
Then you compromise for your actual price.
Got it.
If
It's
you-
haggling. I don't know why you're using euphemisms, but it's haggling.
Oh,
No, of
wait.
course this isn't going to work on me because I know you're doing it. But
Let's see. And Mira, you rolled a what?
26.
Yeah. You see there is another like teenager who's nearby who is like has like it looks like a little like makeup box. And when you come up he just like opens it and he's just like, please check out my box of magical so there's pigments that like if you paint things with them, like sometimes they'll make like actual things. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but it will actually like do you want to try it out?
I've heard of this blue tiefling that does that a lot.
Yes, I would love to try it out.
He hands you like a little, it's like literally like the size of a makeup brush, and he's just like, here, go ahead and try it out.
She like
There's
grabs her braids. She was like, I don't know how it's gonna work, but
You're painting your braid?
Wait, paint me a bracelet.
I thought it was makeup.
No, sorry, it's just a
it's
small-
like paint that
it's like-
you use to draw.
It's like a box.
It's basically Jester's paint.
I thought it was makeup too, Mira. I thought it was makeup too.
Yeah, it's basically the Marvelous Pigments thingy, but it's like you paint on like a piece of parchment or whatever you want to paint it on. So what are you painting with it?
I guess I'm gonna pull out like a.
You
piece
said
of
you drew
paper that-
unicorns.
I did say that. I'm gonna draw a thing of lipstick. No, it's gonna be Fenty lip gloss. That's what she's gonna draw. She's like, I had this really crazy dream, not like from days ago, but like this really inspirational dream of lip gloss, totally new. It's gonna be the best new thing.
Take makeup brush to make actual makeup. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
All right, so make a performance check for me to see how well you paint.
Let's see. Okay. Don't fail me now. It's
Big
not
money, no
bad
ladies.
either way.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Do I have?
Hey.
If I have talent, I think it's 18. It's 18.
Okay, yeah, you managed to make a reasonable facsimile of what it is, and you end up with basically a very basic tube that has some red pigment inside of it.
Not nothing.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy this. I'm gonna be really smart. 75 gold. Here you
Oh my
go.
God.
How much did you give? 5?
75.
Oh, 75. Make a persuasion check for me.
How much is in that thing? Like how many?
Natural one.
Oh my
That's
god.
a natural one. They're just like, the kid is just like, I was hoping for like 1,000.
Oh my god. This kid.
I mean, you can make
That's
anything
gross.
out of it. It's pretty amazing.
Mira,
I mean, I
ask
can
how many
give you
uses there are.
1,000.
Mira, find out how many uses.
Oh, how many uses?
Let me see.
Doesn't go better be unlimited.
It's not unlimited. There's no
Yeah.
way. He's just like, well, it depends on how much you actually like paint. But I'll say size-wise. So I would say probably like about an ounce of each paint. Like there's 4 colors, and there's like an ounce of each. So it just depends on how much you're painting.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Give him 1,000.
Oh my
He is so grateful, and he's just like, thank you, I hope you enjoy it, and you can keep the brush too. Oh, here's some parchment, and he throws in some extra parchment. That's probably worth like 5 copper.
Buy this 1,000 gold piece of magic, and I'll throw in a piece of paper for free.
Yes. And he immediately like packs up the other stuff that he had and like leaves. He's like, I'm done for the day.
You just set this kid for life.
Hey, you just gave him enough money to like buy a house.
I was hiking gonna give him 1,000 gold anyway. The universe. The
You made it
universe
so
works
that he
out.
can buy avocado toast if he wants.
He
He
can buy
go to
avocado.
Starbucks
avocado
every
toast
day.
if he wants.
All right, so you now have the Marvelous Pigments palette. Anything else you want to take care of in Candlekeep?
Wait, I wanted to find something.
Do you want to actually talk to your friend, by the way? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah,
Just-
well, we're like
you
at
also
time.
didn't ask anything about Yolmar's place, so
That's true, but I thought we already knew where that was.
I mean, you know where it was, but I mean, if you wanted to gather any more information, any details, it's up to you.
You know, thank you for reminding me. I would like to look into Glackenspuro.
Crackle stew? Crackle
Yeah. I was close. I was closer than I thought I would be.
You were pretty
So,
close, yes.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Poor Solani just dying over here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, I got a synthetic 20.
Ooh, nice.
I thought I only have a +1 in investigation.
Yes, you actually find like a whole detailed book about the history of this Durgar city. You learn that it is like the center of Underdark's like metalworks, because of course it is. It's a deep city, pretty deep in the earth, where lava flows fairly freely. So it's very hot. But
Perfect.
yes, exactly. It's mostly Durgar there. There may be some deep gnomes as well. It is a city of trade, so it is one of the trade bastions in the Underdark. So should you be looking for stuff, they do bring stuff to the surface. Not there, but they'll have trade routes going from there to some of the cities that are closer to the surface there. Yeah, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. All right, Trade City, mines, love it. Can't get enough of it. Where is there like a specific part of the city that the mines are in?
The mining part.
The mining part.
Ooh, there's stone giants there too. Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think of intelligent questions to ask about this place.
I like that you're just trying to figure out intelligent questions.
Just like walk around.
Oh,
the
hey,
very place, the
you
secret
do.
tunnel on the review.
So parts of the city go by deep, but you do know that it is off of there is a dock to the Dark Lake.
Ooh.
Off of the western side of the Dark Lake. Where the water goes deep, because the Dark Lake, for one thing, is the Dark Lake is not just all one level, by the way. There are places where they're like waterfalls and it goes down deeper. It's just like a whole big thing. It's not like a big open lake like you would have on the surface. It's just kind of all over the place. It's just basically the general name of this area that has just a ton of water. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think where the mines would be on here. There are parts of it that are like a huge like cleft that goes like down into the earth, where the mines would kind of be spread out from. It would probably be easier for you to actually go there and find out, but
makes sense. Last question:
Mm-hmm.
Is there any info about like who's in power there, or do we already know that? And I forgot.
You don't know that. You know that there's several different councils that that basically rule this area. Let me see if there is one person. I would say you probably don't necessarily know who's in power right now because you're reading a history book. But it's mainly the Durgar who are the dominant species here, just because it's the ones who built the city. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know of a name of any specific person.
Okay, well, Durgar is.
I mean, you know that the leader is called the Deep King.
The Deep King. That's a name.
That's pretty much all you know. You don't know who is currently in power, though.
First name Stug, last name Grackle.
The Horn King, the Deep King as well. How many kings do we have?
I mean,
Everybody, you gotta have a king every city. Every city's gotta have its own king, man.
I thought it
They're
was
horned
kind
and deep.
They're like seriously. They're deep horned.
of oh no.
All right.
Perfect place for us.
We are at time, so any last minute things you want to do in Candlekeep before you head out homeward bound?
Yeah.
No, I think that's
We're
it.
good. I can't think of anything else.
I wanted to see if I could get an item from the science fair.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, didn't you roll like really low?
Oh, I didn't realize my roll meant nothing.
Damn.
I will say here,
I will
I
nothing.
felt like that. Like,
No, I'll give you. Let's see. What would be? So you get this really cool. It looks like a potato, and it has like these little
clock?
metal things sticking into it, and like you can actually use it to power like small things, like maybe like really like a cantrip. You might be able to use it.
oh my
I was
God.
gonna say I'm not gonna say it.
You got a potato
This
clock.
potato.
I'm adding it to my item.
You have
I'm
a,
gonna
yeah.
figure out a way to use
You
it.
got yourself a little potato clock.
I'm gonna use it.
Awesome.
I'm sure we got a penis potato.
Oh my gosh.
Penis potato.
All right. In that case, we will end it there. Next week, you will head back home, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out for our premiere of Season 5. It's been a long time since we played together, and it felt pretty good.
I missed you guys.
Miss you guys, too. What's going on? Let's see. Next Tuesday, I have Indoor Recess. We're playing through our homebrew campaign, Generation Fantasy, where we are. We just recently discovered that our normal Nebraskan town is in a fantasy world.
Ooh.
Where there's tieflings and other possible magical creatures. So that's turning out interesting. And I found out my dad has been doing terrible things in it, and I'm very, very heartbroken. Anyway.
Game.
So that's on Tuesday nights on the D&D Twitch channel. What's everybody else got going on?
If you like funny stuff, usually tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. EST, I DM my homebrew campaign because we're missing a player out of 3. One of the players is gonna run me and the other player through a skeleton one shot. It's a 1-page thing, much like Honey Heist and stuff like that. I'm gonna be playing a character named Skelly McBone Daddy.
Nice.
With my partner, who's also named McBone Daddy, apparently. Partners in crime, life partners, who knows?
I mean, you're sharing a name, so I would assume.
You're sharing a name. We gotta keep the Bone Daddy, the McBone Daddy name alive, unlike us, because we're skeletons. But later that evening at 10 p.m. EST, I will be playing, continuing my campaign over at Indoor Adventures, right with the Frost Maiden. I believe, yeah, we'll be playing around with the Frost Maiden, and then I'll be back there on Thursday night playing our Monster Noir game, which is run with City of Mist. I'm a boss ass vampire queen, so that's dope. And yeah, anything else? My Twitter at AlyssaVamp. That's it.
Anybody else got games?
I just moved. Thing. Nothing online, or like nothing on Twitch. I still have my normal games. A couple are on hiatus because my GM is like a butt and like has a job.
How dare they?
What?
How dare they?
Right. So like he's off teaching children how to do math. Very annoying. But you know what? It's for the best. I just moved across the country. I'm tired. For anyone who missed my earlier chat sesh this session, I am now in the Bay Area in California. So if you are in the area and you want to grab lunch and tell me about California, please do. I'm lost.
There's so much sun. It's weird.
Yeah, and like it's 8 o'clock and not 11 o'clock. It's a very strange time. But I am looking for new games to fuck around and find out in. Ideally, games that are not D&D. I do enjoy messing around with other TTRPGs, and I have already so many D&D games. I like it, something different maybe. And of course, I have to give a shout out to Grim Lost, my Blades bud, because I love you. Yeah, I don't have much going on right now. I'm just trying to get my bearings in California.
All right, PB. Got anything fun happening? Playing Final Fantasy 14?
Yes. Yes. Endwalkers. What else am I looking forward to? The new Life is Strange. I already can tell it's gonna make me cry. As expected. Really, that's the real Life is Strange 2. We don't talk about the other one. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the video game.
Nice.
Indie game.
Well, I would like to plug my local Japanese restaurant where I just cannot get enough of this what is this fried rice. They have such good fried rice. If you're ever in the Houston area, Fuji Japan, you already know what it is. good.
I'm
Good
very
stuff.
confused.
Fried rice
Delicious
is
portion
yummy.
design.
Yes, that's true.
It's Fuji Japan. You know Fuji Japan, the place, they moved it here.
No. Foodie Japan is my grandma's house. I'm gonna be real. Foodie Japan for me is my grandma's house. Not my
Fuji
American
Japan
grandma's
for me
house.
is someone else's restaurant. But
I
I
gotta
respect
get you-
that.
I gotta get you guys to Japan at some point. Because I know half of you are weebs and the other half like food. Some of you are both.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well,
Not wrong.
I know. We got to meet up at some point once COVID is over.
Some point.
I mean, hey, look, now I'm within range of easy flight.
Yes. Adriana, is it?
Listen, I still have that money saved in Alaskan Airlines when I wasn't gonna go to Seattle, so
Same.
they
I'm
didn't give me my
still
money
so
back. They
salty.
just kept it,
I'm
and they're
still so
holding it
salty
for
about
me.
that.
So,
I just got a big thanks for moving to be with us bonus, so I can just I'm gonna dump most of it in savings, but I really do want to swing by at some point and say hello.
Nice. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we shall see you again next week. Have a good night.